Pacific in 1943, the tide of battle had turned. The American forces, led by the largest navy in history, were preparing to meet the embattled enemy. Millions of men, thousands of ships made ready for this great offensive. And at the island of Taratupa in the heart of the South Pacific, the men of PT Boat 73 under Lieutenant Commander Quinton McHale had more than their share of hazardous mission.
Tanker, what are you feeding this thing? Malted milk? Come on, give me some power. Gruber? Yeah. How's it going?
Lousy.
Well, how's the skipper doing?
I don't think he's gonna make it.
Oh.
Christy! You wait, Paul! You ain't sad enough to go rowing in Central Park!
Hi, Captain.
You think you're pretty smart, don't you?
Me, Captain?
You, Commander. What did you have against Ensign Fotheringay?
Who?
Fotheringay, the young man I sent you to be your new executive officer last week.
Oh, was he the one with the nervous tick?
He didn't have any nervous tick when I sent him over there. Hell, how many ensigns do you think this Navy has? Do you realize that in the last 2 months you've run through 4 of them? Now, do you think that I'm made of ensigns?
I just can't understand it, Captain. We went out of our way to make him feel at home.
Jesse James might feel at home with you and your mob. Bluebeard might. Jack the Ripper might. But ensigns are simple. They're childlike. They're 100% American boys.
Yes, sir.
Now, McHale, I'm going to fix you. I'm going to bring you and your mob back into the Navy. Do you understand that?
Captain, I'm always willing to cooperate. Yes, sir. Granted, my boy's a little high-spirited.
High-spirited. That's what they said about Mrs. O'Leary's cow before it kicked over the lamp. Cut that out.
Yes.
Remember what I told you and get out of here.
Yes, sir. Oh, Captain, I thought maybe I'd drop by sickbay and say goodbye to Ensign. What's his name?
Oh, no, you don't, McHale. You leave that boy alone. Every time he hears your name, he starts to laugh hysterically. Now get out of here. That's an order.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye, Captain. Bye.
Bye-bye.
That a fly speck on your duty belt, Marine?
I couldn't say, sir.
Don't you know how to polish your helmet?
Tate?
Yes, sir.
That young ensign out there, is that a replacement for what's his name? I mean, Fotheringay?
Yes, sir. Ensign Charles Parker transferred from Guadalcanal Canal.
Marvelous. I want to see him right away with his service record.
Yes, sir.
Ensign Charles Parker reporting aboard, sir.
Well, that's good. That's very good. At ease, mister. I must say I like the way you climbed on that Marine out there. You're one of the arrogant ones, aren't you? That's good. Good, because so am I. Nasty but firm down there where it counts, huh? Yes, mister? I like the cut of your jib.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. There was this little tailor down in San Diego who...
What?
My jib, sir.
Forget your jib. I've got a job for you. I've got a job that will require a disciplinary tiger, a tyrant. Are you a tyrant, mister?
Well, they say I have a savage temper, sir.
Good. Because you're going to need it. Now, here's our position, mister. There's Japs up here. There's Japs over there. There's Japs over there. There's Japs down here. Forget them. Because Here is the Navy's real enemy. Here is McHale, huh? Ah, strikes a chord, doesn't it?
Well, I think I've heard the name, sir, yes.
That man is an absolute renegade. He used to be the captain of a tramp steamer down here before the war. He knew every hideout, every remittance man, every saloon keeper in these islands. So what does Admiral Reynolds go and do? He commissions him. Why, the man is a disgrace.
Admiral Reynolds, sir?
Good heavens, no. McHale. You know what that reprobate was using his boat for last week? Water skiing. Must have burned up $300 worth of Navy fuel.
Well, why do you put up with it, sir?
Well, it just so happens that last week he sank a $3 million Jap destroyer. That's no excuse. No excuse. The man is an undisciplined monster. And his crew. Oh, his crew are a bunch of pirates. Why, I've seen hardened Marines turn pale at the sight of McHale's men.
Well, it's a good thing they're on our side then, isn't it, sir?
Who says they're on our side and don't lean on my desk? That's your job, Parker. That's your job.
Mr. Parker, service record, sir.
Thank you. Yes, Parker, it's going to be a tough job and a dirty one. It's going to be like facing a pride of lions with only a commanding stare for a weapon. But I know that you rammed a destroyer escort into the docks at San Diego while you were still tied up?
Well, now, sir, that wasn't entirely my fault. There was this big wave that came at our ship and we...
You did what to the heavy cruiser Minneapolis?
Well, now, I'd like to explain that one, sir. It was kind of a foggy night, and our windshield
Called
wiper...
in a naval airstrike on a Marine Corps gasoline dump.
They have that in there? Well, now, on that one, sir, when we sighted in, there was this palm tree in our way, and we...
You're not a naval officer, you're a naval disaster. Why, your whole record here reads like an encyclopedia of lost battles.
Oh, well, sir, now, I had very high marks in naval officers' etiquette.
Well, never let it be said that square-rigged Binghamton didn't give even a bumbling idiot another chance. You will have 1 week to bring McHale and his bunch into line. 1 week from today, I will inspect McHale, and if I am displeased, you will receive a transfer to Upper Wolf's Ear, Montana, and a fitness report that will keep you an ensign until the Navy changes back to sail. You understand that?
Yes, sir. What section of the base will I find him in, sir?
McHale on the base? I wouldn't have him contaminate my installation. You'll find him across the bay. 1 week, mister. Remember that.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Say, I don't get it, Groob. Who ever heard of a red crap table? Ain't it supposed to be green?
Makes it too hard to find the money.
Hey, fella, look.
Get lost, baby. We're being raided.
All right, men. I'm Ensign Parker. And...
All right, men. I'm Ensign Parker. I'm the new executive officer here.
All right, you guys. Who flung this ensign in the water?
Well, you see, I actually sort of,
You keep flinging ensigns in the water, you'll clog up my intake valve.
All right, man. I'm warning you, I have a savage temper.
Hold it, okay. Howdy, I'm Quint McHale.
You're Commander McHale?
Just call me Mac.
Mac.
Ensign Charles Parker reporting aboard, sir.
Boy, you sure had a doozy of a time making it.
All right, sailor, what's your name? Huh?
Mr. Parker. Come here, Mr. Parker. Why don't you change into some dry duds before you explode? You're liable to start steaming if you don't.
Commander, I'm perfectly aware that you're the commanding officer here. Nevertheless, I'm also a naval officer, and I am second in command here. And it is my duty as a naval officer to see that the men under me look and act like sailors of the United States Navy.
Oh. Well, let me know how you make out, mister.
All right, man, let's go. Roll call, let's get out of the sack. Come on, good brisk workout. Here we go, man. Roll call, let's go. Here we go. Christie, Moss, Gruber. All right, man. Now I'm warning you. I'm going to count 3, and then I'm coming in there to get you. 1, 2.
Where in blue blazes going? Parker, what's all this racket?
Well, sir, it's the men. I tried to get them up, and they fired on me.
Well, I don't blame them. It's only 6 o'clock.
Well, Commander, 0600 in the Navy happens to be reveille. To be perfectly frank, Commander, I'm kind of shocked. The discipline around this place is ridiculous.
Look, Buster, as long as my men do a job when they're on a mission, whatever they do in their free time is okay by me. And that includes shooting ensigns. Now, I'm going to go back to sleep. And if I hear one peep out of you before 10 o'clock brunch, I'm going to take a shot at you myself. And I won't miss. 6 o'clock in the morning.
Ah, hello.
Good afternoon.
Ah, naval officer, splendid. You come from fleet?
Yes, we,
Move. Don't move. We've got you covered.
Parker, I warned you.
The enemy's here. They're here. They're surrounded. We're all around the place.
Some kind of lunatic?
Oh, I guess we forgot to tell them about Fuji, fellas.
Yeah, always some 8-ball who never gets aboard.
You're talking to him, sir? He's Japanese. He's the enemy, sir.
He's not the enemy. Look, it's all very simple. Fuji went over the hill. We found him back in the jungle, so we gave him a home.
A home? He belongs at a PW camp.
Oh, no, you don't. A great cook like Fuji, he's ours, and finders keepers. And don't you dare tell Binghamton we got him here, either. All right, fellas, you can all go back to sleep now. Parker, you about ready to come off it yet?
Commander, I have my duty to do.
Wise up, son. You're not in Binghamton's Navy anymore. You're among friends.
Captain Binghamton happens to be a splendid, efficient, experienced officer.
Captain Binghamton happens to be the ex-editor of Atlantic Yachting Magazine. He ran a yacht club on Long Island Sound and... Ah, why bother? Look. Just let me warn you, son. These waters are full of reefs, and it's not safe to carry too full a head of steam.
Gee, I love that kind of talk.
Good night, Mr. Parker.
All right, let's police up this area. I want this place looking shipshape.
Oh, it's rugged out there.
You know what they say about war.
All right.
Did you finish your reconnaissance patrol?
Got it all right here.
Okay, report.
One case of scotch for Binghamton coming in by PBY from Melbourne tomorrow. 3 more nurses due to report to the hospital Friday.
Well?
And save the juiciest tidbit for last. It's going to be an inspection Saturday.
What inspection?
The one that's going to hang Chicken Parker.
All right, come on, give out.
Well, I got a direct from the underground. Binghamton gave Parker until Saturday to put a leash on us, or he gets the worst transfer in naval history, exceeded in unpleasantness only by his fitness report.
Well, how about that? Parker never said one word about it.
What's to say? Come Saturday, he's dead. Who can wait?
That boy could have come crawling to me for help, but he didn't. On my soul, I think we got one of them strong, silent types among us.
Well, he'll be saddled all right when they haul him off in his regulation coffin. Hey, see you, Skip. Got a game started.
All right, Gruber, what's all this? Brother, what's all this?
Breaking a new crafts layout I just painted. Nifty, ain't it?
Well, unpaint it. This ain't no casino, it's a PT boat.
Well, gee, Skipper, don't get mad. I'll give you the first roll.
Take it out. That's an order.
Right. And you, Willie, I want you to get rid of that still.
Oh,
Virgil, no more of those native cuties on board. From now on, boys, we're going by the book. Strictly regulation.
What for? Holy smoke, it's over just like Parker.
Got a bearing.
Cut it out, you crumbs. I'm not bucking for full commander. We're just gonna help a kid who I think has plenty of moxie.
Moxie? Parker?
He's a chicken.
Look, if we goof it up on Saturday, Binghamton's gonna railroad him. Now, did he come looking to us for help? No. I think he deserves it, don't you? Besides, if we can throw Binghamton a curve. Only one more thing. Fuji, you gotta go, boy.
Skipper. Oh, no, Commander, please. Please not send this boy to camp.
Not, Fuji. But you gotta hightail it back into the hills, boy. If Binghamton finds you here, he'll not only send you to the PW camp, he'll send us.
You can't do that, Skipper. He's afraid there might be Japs back there.
Also scales, handcrabs, and riddles.
Ah, no, Fuji. Lizards can't hurt you. Besides, it won't be long. You'll be able to come back on Saturday. Okay? Okay, boy. All right, you guys. From now on, this here's a military outfit. Now, when Parker says jump, I want to see plenty of heels and elbows. You get it? For 1 week, we're going to join the Navy. Now, turn two, huh?
Men, I'd like to begin our little weapons class with a review of the nomenclature. This is the .50 caliber machine gun. The important thing to remember, gentlemen, is that this machine gun will fire over, right here. Fire over 306,762 bullets per minute. Now, men, that's a lot of bullets. That is a lot of bullets. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Correction there. That's the patent number. Well, the important thing to remember is that it does fire a lot of bullets. I suppose a lot of you will want to take notes. Now, let's take a look at another part over here. This is the bolt handle. Now, when we cock it back like this, our ammunition is loaded. Then we push... suppose we dismiss the class for a while.
Impossible. McHale, what are you trying to pull?
Well, sir, I'm not admitting my men are sloppy, but I must admit Ensign Parker has a certain way of getting things done, sir.
You can tell me, McHale, did he use a gun?
Captain Binghamton, my men happen to be members of the United States Navy.
Well, if that's true, it's the best news the Japanese Navy ever had. Cut that out. Well, Commander, I must say, I never expected to see your boat and your crew looking like this. The rest of your installation is just half as shipshape as this. Well, we'll see. At ease, men.
At ease, men.
Be quiet. You've done an amazing job here, a remarkable job, if I may say so. McHale, I want to see the rest of your installation. Where's your supply hut?
Well, it's right over,
Oh, well, let's
funny. I was over there just a little while ago, sir.
What's the matter with you? The building right there says supply hat on it. Oh? McHale, what's in that shack?
Oh, what shack is that, sir?
Supply hat. Uh-huh. That's where the body's buried, huh?
We had a case of cholera in there last week, Captain. We're fixing to burn it.
Commander, I don't understand. Our supplies are in wonderful shape.
Oh, yeah, Jim Dandy. You know who's in there? Fuji.
What is that? McHale, who the devil is he?
Why, this is, Chief, Lilolani. Nani. Mani. Is that right, mister?
Yes, that's right. Old Chief Lina Lani Mani. I call him Shorty for short.
So, hello, Captain Sam.
What'd he say? That sounded Japanese to me. Why, this man is a Jap.
Who, him? Japanese? Well, that's a riot.
Hell, I don't know what you're trying to pull, but this man is a Jap.
Oh?
Why, compared to him, Tojo looks like a Swede. Cut it out.
The chief here's a native of Taratupa, and, well, he's our scout. Isn't that right, Lilolani?
Oh, sure. Simple child of nature.
Yes, you see, we were training him to be a spy, passing him off as a nip. But we weren't sure we were successful. But if he fooled you, Captain, oh, boy.
How come he looks so Japanese?
Pardon me, Commander. I hate to interrupt the inspection, but it is 10 o'clock. Time for the men's gunnery class.
Gunnery?
Yes, sir, gunnery.
McHale, I don't understand this. You and your men have been in combat?
Of course, sir. But it was awful. We were shooting without knowing what we were shooting.
Well, it's a little unusual during an inspection, but gunnery...
Well, you see, sir, the men have learned so much from Mr. Parker that, well, they just can't seem to get enough, sir.
Really? Well, this I've got to see, by all means.
Oh,
Let's have the class.
Fine.
How'd you work, Chief? Parker, you've done a remarkable job here. Aside from that little accident with the machine gun bolt, everything went perfect.
Oh, well, thank you, sir.
You can forget about that little transfer that I mentioned to you. From now on, you're McHale's executive officer. That may or may not be a reward. Carry on.
Bye, Captain.
Sayonara. Sayonara. Sayonara.
Hey, Chuck, how are you? Come on in, have a drink.
Oh, well, I don't want to interrupt anything, sir, but it is 4 minutes to 10.
By golly, that's right. Very good.
Oh, no, what I mean, sir, is that at 10 o'clock we have lights out.
Thanks, honey.
Lieutenant, honey.
Come on, move, Chuck.
Isn't she lovely?
Yeah, I got a feeling business is going to be picking up on sick call.
You know, she reminds me of a pom-pom girl I knew once in college.
Next?
All right, now who's next here? Come on, step up. Quickly, people, quickly.
You're next, Ensign.
Oh. Welcome aboard, Lieutenant.
Thank you, Mr.
Sorry, Parker.
Ensign, sorry, Parker.
Oh, no. I'm not sorry. I mean, I'm sorry. I got you confused, but I'm not sorry. I'm Charles. Charles Malcolm Parker. Boy, you sure have a delicate touch. I didn't feel a thing.
I haven't done it yet, Ensign.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, look great there, Charles Malcolm. Hi, Chick.
Hi, Skip. You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Boy, it must be the humidity in here. Say, isn't she lovely?
Well, I tell you this. I'd like to have her on my side in a hand-to-hand combat.
Say, you know, Skip, I was thinking. Of course, now, if you don't like the idea, just say so, but could I ask her over to the base for dinner?
Well, isn't she a little high in the hull for you, Chuck?
You know, I bet you get kind of a kick out of seeing how frontline fighting men live. You know, what do you mean too tall? I'm 5'7".
Well, you go ahead and ask her then.
Yeah, well, maybe she is too tall.
No, come on. Now you go ask her. Now, go ahead. That's an order.
Well, all right. Aye, aye, sir.
Why didn't I just...
Come on, girl. How is it?
Lieutenant, Ensign Parker would like to know if you'd care to have dinner with us tonight at our base.
Oh, I'd be delighted, Commander.
Good.
Good.
Boy, she was even better the second time.
Get this one. There's a full moon out tonight. That'll help. At least it'll make him throw a longer shadow, make him look taller.
Say, how come Mr. Parker didn't pick out someone his own size? At least he'd have a fighting chance.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You just gave me an idea. Wait.
There. You're not going to operate on him with that, are you?
No, I'm going to work on his girlfriend. Timber! I'm going to create an illusion.
Oh, like I used to do in Vaudeville. You're going to soar her in half.
No, I'm going to bring it down to Charlie's size. Hold on. One.
Skipper-san.
Yeah?
Fuji quit.
What now?
How I make teriyaki with no shrimp? I need shrimp.
Don't we have any kind of fish?
I got some private stock. A jog of filter fish Mom sent. Well, I'd be glad to.
Filter fish?
Yeah. What kind of a barbarian are you? You never heard of it?
Filter fish?
It's an American delicacy caught off the coast of Flatbush, Fuji.
Oh, gefilte fish. Very good.
I'll get it.
Okay. And make it fast, will you, Fuji? They'll be here quickly. There's another one here. Climb up out of there. There. Now, all right, try that one over there. Oh, perfect.
Excuse me, Skip. Didn't mean to break anything up.
Ah, come on.
Figured maybe this would liven up the party a mite. My homemade 100-proof branded peaches.
Oh, man, these got to be the happiest peaches in town. I got a hunch that right after dessert, Charlie's going to look 10 feet taller than a lady. Much obliged, Willie.
Sure thing.
Here they come now, Skip.
Ooh. Hey, you guys, come here, quick. Come here. Now, look, we got to help Charlie as much as we can, right?
What else can we do, Skip?
Well, for one thing, don't stand so tall. Slump a little bit. Slump. Not you.
That's right. That's good, good. All right. Proud of you, men. Well, 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 well. Welcome ashore, Lieutenant.
Thank you.
Trust you had a pleasant voyage.
Yes, it was very exciting. Mr. Parker thought he sighted a Jap sub.
Yes.
Oh?
Well, Lieutenant, I guess you've met the rest of the crew.
Yes, I have.
All right, now straighten up, boys. I told Lieutenant this is a proud outfit. Now, don't make a liar out of you, executive officer. Dismissed. They have a lot of work to do.
Lieutenant, wouldn't you care to sit down?
Oh, here, Skipper, allow me. Right over here.
Charlie, I think the lieutenant would be more comfortable over here.
Skipper, you forgot the moon. It would be right in her eyes. Over here, Lieutenant. Skip, you're the commanding officer, head of the table.
Oh, yeah. All right.
He gets so darn excited when we have girls around it. Oh, boy,
the ground is very soft, you know. Monsoons. Have you had any interesting patients lately?
Not really. Things are a little more challenging over on Vella La Valla.
The rest camp.
I was assisting the chief psychiatrist with battle fatigue cases. I'm fascinated with the subject. But the Navy pulled me off and sent me here.
Oh, isn't that the way with the Navy? You know, I had a heck of a time getting transferred to a frontline outfit myself.
Yes, I imagine you did.
Yeah, but don't let the size fool you. He's a giant in action.
Oh, now let's not bore Lieutenant with my war record.
This is delicious.
Genuine teriyaki.
Do you know, this is a very authentic flavor, except for, gefilte fish?
You know, speaking of fish, brings to mind Rengoa. You know, the Skip and I were there, and there was this Jap sub base.
Peaches? I haven't seen peaches in 6 months.
Well, you can have your fill tonight. You better open them, Chuck. You're stronger than I am.
Certainly. Actually, it's not a matter of strength. It's just leverage. Same principle as judo. Just use the object itself as leverage, and then twist it with the wrist. They're right off. Thanks, Skip. Sometimes the rubber suction cup will stick out.
May I try?
Oh, it's probably a little rust in the top of the...
You loosened it for me.
Chuck, don't you think you've had about enough?
Don't worry about me. I can hold my peaches. Reflexes never affected my alcohol. Cool.
Well, I hate to say it, but I better get back to the base. I'm on duty in an hour.
Well, let's have one more for the road.
They were great, but I couldn't. Thank you.
You know, speaking of great, reminds me of Alexander the Great. Did you know that he was only 5'2"? Yeah, little runts, all of them. Napoleon, Toulouse-Lautrec, Davy Crockett.
Davy Crockett? I thought he was 6 feet tall.
Oh, well, no, in Texas, that's short.
Oh, of course. Well, good night, Quentin, and thank you for a delightful evening.
Perfectly all right. Come again anytime, Case.
I'd love to.
And what about Mickey Rooney? How about Julius Caesar? He did all right with Cleopatra for a little fellow. Ma'am? So I'll help you. So I told him, Pete. Save yourself!
First time I get a decent card, then all of a sudden I get beat out. Everything, right at the
Hi,
top.
Skip.
Hi.
How's little boy Blue?
Blue is the word.
Poor little fella.
Hey, can that word little, will you?
Hey, look, fellas. If Charlie was wounded, we'd give him sulfur, wouldn't we? Sure we would. Well, now that he's a casualty over here, It's up to us to take care of him, right?
With Sofa?
Oh, with a tall drink of water named Casey Brown. If he wants, he ought to have her.
Oh, she's a tough objective, Skip.
So is Monsieur Jima's tough objective.
She's taller.
Yeah, but the taller they are, remember? Now, look, number one, what is a nurse's weak spot?
Sick people.
Right. So Mr. Parker's sick and we take him to the hospital.
Hey, how about we shoot him in the leg and say he got it in action? A limp can be very romantic.
Nah.
Hey, let's give Charlie a disease.
Now that's my way of thinking. Go ahead.
Malaria.
Nah, everybody in the hospital got malaria. It wouldn't stand out.
Amnesia. I once saw a picture where Ronald Coleman and he had...
Hey, battle fatigue. That's it. Casey's been studying and she's crazy about... She'd love him with battle fatigue. Now look, we've all known the guys with jungle jollies, right? What were the symptoms?
Their nerves are shot.
Yeah, and they lose their heads at any itty-bitty noise.
They lose their memory. I once knew a guy couldn't even remember his own name, and his name was John Smith.
Gentlemen, I am pleased to announce that Mr. Parker will shortly come down with a beautiful case of battle fatigue.
But Skipper, Mr. Parker's too Navy. He'd never go for a scheme like that.
So who's gonna tell him? Huh?
Hey, Fuji, here comes Parker. You got his cup ready?
Ah, sir. Fuji used whole quarter-pound butter on the handle. Next time, I'm gonna switch to lower price spread.
Coffee, Mr. Parker?
Oh, thanks.
What's the matter, Chuck? Losing your grip?
I don't know. No, that's the third time today that's happened.
No, it's the fifth time. But quit worrying. What's a little temporary loss of coordination?
Here they are, Mr. Parker.
Oh. What they?
There's these ping pong balls. I counted them like you asked. 36 dozen, 432 exactly.
Now, what would I do with 36 dozen ping pong balls?
That's what I asked you this morning when you sent me the supply for them.
Are you kidding?
That's what Brownson over at Supply said. His eyebrows still haven't come down.
I got him, Mr. Parker. I had a tough time, but I got him. You want a sign from?
Yeah, for what?
The 8 propeller shafts you ordered.
Oh, yeah. 8 propeller shafts? Are you flipped?
There now, Chuck. A little temporary loss of memory can happen to any sensitive man under pressure. It's when your nerves start going that you got trouble, boy. What time you got?
7 seconds to 3.
5, 4, 3, 2, light it.
Battle station!
You hear what, Chuck?
What do you mean you hear what, Chuck? You guys deaf?
What'd it sound like to you?
What did it sound like? Like a boom!
Chuck. What's the gag?
That's what I'd like to know.
Look, Chuck, if you've been studying up on battle fatigue, it's not going to work, buddy.
I don't have battle fatigue. I didn't hear that either. Well, here we all are again. Oh, say, Skip, get me to the hospital. Hey, did you hear that?
What?
That sounded distant gunfire.
That was only me fluffing your pillows.
Oh, noisy feathers. Hey, Skip, tell me about Maracura again.
Again, Chuck? I've already told you 3 times.
Yeah, but I don't remember any of it.
Huh? Oh, okay. Well, we were sent to Maracura to harass and observe the Japs. And I needed a volunteer for a special reconnaissance mission. Oh, without hesitation, you stepped forward and said, let me go, Chief. Well, I tried to talk you out of it, but like always, I just couldn't. So, armed only with a pistol,
walked into the jungle. Suddenly you felt the cold barrel of a Jap machine gun up against your neck. You froze. Then you whirled.
And whack! Whack! And you had him on your back screaming for mercy! 3 against 1! You were magnificent!
That must have been. I only wish I could remember it. Hey, Skipper, tell me again, will you?
Well,
4 times is enough for one day. Now you go to sleep.
yeah. Ace, you've been through heck. Try to forget it, buddy.
Yeah, but what's the use of being a hero if you're so fuzzy on the details?
Well, you'll make it, Ace. See you, boy.
Let's see. Oh, Chuck, darling, if you were here to fold me in your arms and let me snuggle my little head against your tall chest, I would...
Oh, come on, Skip, give me a break. I can't write a love letter with someone peeking over my shoulder.
I'm sorry, Verge. How you doing, Willie?
Well, so far I've got Dearest Cherry. That's French for boyfriend, ain't it?
That's close enough. Go on.
Well, that's as far as I got. That's all the French I know except bon voyage and lingerie, and I can't figure out how to work both of them into a sentence.
Keep trying, boy. Keep trying. You know what we got to do, man, is to make our man look like a cross between... Hey, that's beautiful, Fuji. Look at this, fellas. In Japanese, no less. Great, Fuji. We got to make him look like a cross between Rudolph Valentino and Jack the Giant Killer.
Jack the Giant Killer?
Sure.
Oh, maybe Mr. Parker won't look so short lying down, huh?
How's this, Skipper?
Yeah, let's see. Hey, Verge. Lover boy, listen to this. My own darling beloved, no more shall my eyes drink the sight of you like wine, nor with a look that is a kiss follow the sweet grace of you. Farewell, my treasure, my love. I am never away from you. In another world, I shall still be the one who loves you beyond measure. Signed, your pen pal, Roxanne.
Oh, that's pretty good, Tink.
Pretty good, nothing. That's perfect. Cyrano de Bergerac, Act 5, Scene 3.
Yes, sir, Chuck, just great. Great! Another couple of weeks under Casey's care and you'll be your old fighting self again. And look at all the mail you got. Did he show you any of the letters been pouring in lately?
Well, Ensign Parker says there must be some mistake. He doesn't know any of these people.
Ah, the poor kid. Still draws a blank, huh? Even to his love life. Maybe I can help remember his days of glory. Hey, look at this. A Hollywood postmark. I'll bet it's from Marlena Dietrich, Chuck. No, hers come in lavender. No, this smells more like Betty Grable. Orange blossomy kind of. Wouldn't you say?
Smells to me like men's aftershave lotion.
Well, we're both wrong. It's from Rita. Rita Hayworth, Chuck. Remember that Saturday night in San Diego?
Yeah, she entertained the fleet from a flat top.
Yeah, well, she hasn't forgotten you, buddy. Listen to this. Dearest Charles, showbiz doesn't seem the same without you. Why don't you write?
You know, I don't understand. I was way up in the crow's nest, and I just whistled at her a little. I didn't even think she noticed me.
Hey, look at this. From the girl next door, Troy, New York.
I live in Schenectady.
Well, she moved.
Want me to read it to you, buddy?
Oh, no thanks, Skip.
Ah, you're right. I shouldn't be reading this. It's much too personal. Look, why don't I just step outside and let Casey read it to you? I know she knows how much it'll do for your morale, buddy. Right. Stay with him, Ace.
You know, I didn't want to say anything while the skipper was here, Lieutenant, but is battle fatigue contagious? He's been acting awful strange lately.
Who hasn't? You want me to read this to you?
All right. But before you start, I want to say one thing. There's nothing between me and this girl. Honest.
But you don't even know who it's from yet.
Doesn't make any difference. There was never anything between me and any girl.
My own dearly beloved, no more shall my eyes drink the sight of you like wine, nor with a look that is a kiss follow the sweet grace of you. Farewell, my treasure, my love. I am never away from you. In another world, I shall still be the one who loves you beyond measure. Signed, your pen pal, Roxanne.
You got a tissue? What crazy kid writes a gutsy letter? I only wish I could remember her.
Him.
Him? You mean Roxanne's a him?
Edmond Rostand. Cyrano de Bergerac, Act 5, Scene 3.
Cyrano de Bergerac? Hey, wasn't he the guy who had the idea that he was so ugly because he had a big, long, hideous nose?
That's right.
Yeah. And he and another guy were in love with the same woman. And Cyrano wrote beautiful love letters to her so that she'd fall in love with him even though it was breaking his own heart. Huh. Well, two can play at that game. Casey, I've got a confession to make. Quentin loves you.
Commander McHale? Well, but he can.
Huh. Had me fooled at first, too. Him forcing me to ask you to dinner, then plying me with those brandy peaches to get me out of the way. Huh.
But he can't be.
Then pretending all those battles fatigued me was just a cover so he could get me in here and be near you.
Ensign Parker, he can't be in love with me. I'm already married.
Huh. Casey, you and I know that you're in love with me. But in all fairness, What do you mean you're already married?
My husband is a pilot in the Transport Command.
Well, then what's the big idea leading McHale on?
Now, don't forget our party. Bye-bye, baby.
Hey, Skipper, wait a minute.
Hey, what are you doing out of bed?
Oh, I wouldn't stay in this hospital another minute with that two-timing Jezebel. Skipper, you gotta forget her. She's not for you.
What are you talking about?
You're in love with a married woman.
Oh?
Don't worry, Skip. There are plenty other fish in the ocean. And somewhere out there's a woman who'll love you for what you are. In spite of your nose.
Two weeks of rest and recreation in Sydney, Australia. Chucky boy, you really got it made.
Well, I'm sorry, Skipper. I feel like a rat, but orders are orders.
Well, you can't argue with the medics, so have a ball. But look, whatever you do, pick on a girl your own size, will you?
Here I am, Mr. Parker, reporting for duty, sir. Shall I carry your bag to Sydney? I mean the boat, as ordered?
I didn't order you to do that.
You didn't? I could have sworn. I must be losing my memory.
Your gig is ready, Mr. Cartmeyer.
Mr. Cartmeyer? Now, look, you little weasel. You know his name is Parker and...
Hey! What was that?
What was what?
I didn't hear anything.
Okay, you gold bricks.
Sorry, Carpenter. I'd like to throw this trip your way, but I've got direct orders from the admiral. Send McHale.
But, sir, I don't get it. Our boat has had an excellent record, and McHale... Why, you won't even let him and that gang of wild men moor on the base.
The admiral wants to reward him for tracking down that chap's sub.
But, Captain, we both know very well that McHale would never have spotted that sub if he hadn't been out on a moonlight cruise with those nurses.
No. It seems the admiral only judges by results.
Hi, Captain. Lieutenant Commander McHale reporting, sir. Hi, copy.
Nice of you to show up, McHale.
Oh, well, I'm sorry I'm late, sir. But I thought I'd grab a shave first. I've been on duty all night, sir.
I know. I hear it was quite a poker game.
Oh, it was a son of a gun, sir. Copy, you should have been there. I had 3 aces.
McHale, you know why I sent for you?
Well, frankly, no, sir.
I'm sending you to New Caledonia with the monthly reports.
New Caledonia?
Oh, thanks, Captain. Wine, women, and hot showers. My boys can sure use a little of each.
Don't thank me, McHale. If I had my way, you'd be out in Tokyo Bay polishing mines. Oh, it was Admiral Reynolds' idea.
Just what do you have on the Admiral anyway?
Well, I guess he just recognizes talent. I'll be running along, Captain. Copy. I'll squeeze a redhead just for you. Bye-bye. Bye, Captain.
Cheer up, Carpenter. They can always run into a typhoon.
Here comes Skipper.
Okay, Virgil. Now you're gonna get it.
Okay, Coxswain, thank you. Hey, you guys, have I got some great news for you. Hey, where's the boat? Getting refueled?
Well, sir, not exactly.
You tell us your news and we'll tell you ours.
Well, tourists, as fast as you can get your fancy skivvies packed, we're going on a little vacation cruise to New Caledonia. I don't get it. I thought you guys would be going out of your heads.
I'm afraid we're not going to New Caledonia, sir.
What are you talking about?
Because of him. Go on, lover boy. Tell him. Tell him why we're not going anyplace.
Yeah, tell me.
I lost the boat. I lost the boat.
All right, you guys, come on. What's the game?
He's telling the truth, sir. He lost the boat.
Look, I'm not talking about our little tiny rubber boat, huh? I'm talking about our great big PT boat. The one with the big 7-3 on it.
I lost it.
How could you lose a boat? When? Where? You were gambling. They're shooting craps or something.
No, it was unavoidable. You know how a person loses something? I put it someplace, and then when I went back to get it, I just couldn't find it.
This 8 happens to be 70 feet long and weighs 30 tons.
Go on, Hot Lips. Better tell him the whole story.
Well, last night I was feeling kind of restless, you know? So I borrowed the boat, and I took a little ride over to the native village. And I talked the chief's daughter into going out for a little spin.
Now, that's strictly against regulations. Inviting civilian personnel aboard ship without the proper...
Look, everything we do is against regulations, so let's not hold that against us. Oh, all right. Come on.
After a while, I parked the boat, and I went into the jungle for a little walk. Well, Skipper, you know how the jungle is in the middle of the night.
How is the jungle in the middle of the night?
It's dark. And pretty soon I couldn't find my way back. When we finally found the path back to a village, we took it. And that's how I lost the boat.
And then that's how it happened?
Yeah.
I always felt it just wasn't too easy to lose a PT boat.
Oh, no, Skipper, it wasn't easy at all. Why, the mosquitoes and that...
Look, you run down on you! I'm gonna give it to you loud and clear. You're gonna go back to that village. You're gonna roust them all out. 3rd degree, that doll, anything. But you don't come back here without that boat. Tinker, you go with them. And make it fast. Now get going!
Boy, this camouflage was a great idea, Skipper.
Yeah, if any of the brass comes nosing around, they won't know we're pedestrians.
Hey, Skipper, when are those guys gonna get back?
I don't know. But if Binghamton gets wind of this, he'll hang us by our thumbs from the highest radar mast. Oh, no. Leave it to Binghamton to smell trouble at 6,000 yards.
I would like short thumbs anyway.
Fuji, get lost. Quick. Cover him. That's all the old man has to find out is we got our own private PW. Act nonchalant like nothing's wrong. That's it. Go and stand by the netting, then. That's it. Let's hope he doesn't go poking around. Chatter it up.
Boy, New Caledonia, here we come. Should be a blast, eh, Mr. Parker?
Yes, real blast.
Hi, Captain.
Hi, McHale. You still here?
Yes, sir. Just making some last-minute preparations, sir.
Well, I don't understand this. I was out on an inspection tour. I thought you'd be halfway to New Caledonia.
Oh?
Hey, you know, that's quite a job of camouflage you've got there.
Well, yes, sir. That's right, sir. If there's one thing we pride ourselves in, sir, it's our camouflage, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Very proud of our camouflage.
Really?
You can hardly tell you got a boat in there at all. Where are your supplies, your gear? You don't seem to be in any hurry to get underway.
We sort of hate to leave, sir. This place will become like a second home to us.
That's right, Captain. We love it here.
Yeah, that's right, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, McHale, I really must say, this is the most amazing job of camouflage that I've ever seen in all my years in the service.
Oh?
Why, you can hardly tell that there's a... McHale, your boat, it isn't there? No.
I mean, it isn't. Of course it isn't, sir. Two of my men have it up for repairs, sir. Yes, sir.
Repairs? Oh. Well, then you're in trouble.
Oh?
You know there's a regulation against taking a boat out without a commissioned officer aboard?
I beg your pardon, sir, but I believe the Commander McHale was acting within his proper authority. Oh, yes. You see, in the case of an emergency...
Shut up. Now, since you bring it up, mister, what is this emergency that you refer to?
Oh, well, the emergency. You remember... Oh, well, sir, you see, there were a couple of spark plugs missing. Spark plugs.
Spark plugs, that's right, sir. Spark plugs.
Do you consider that to be an emergency?
Well, now, sir, there were other things missing.
That's right, the pin in the wheel.
Now out with it, McHale, and this time you'd better make it good.
Well, the truth of the matter is, sir, that, we decided we don't feel like going to New Caledonia, sir. Yes, Carpenter and the 116 need the rest more than we do, sir.
We're happy, sir. We're all happy.
Not accepted, McHale. Negative. I want the truth. I want the whole absolute Sunday school truth, and I'm not going to leave here until I get it. Now, what happened to your boat?
We lost it.
Oh, McHale, for a minute there, I thought you said you lost your boat. You said it, didn't you? I see. How did it happen, McHale? Was it an air raid? Maybe it was a Japanese convoy, Oh, no, I'll bet it was a German submarine.
No, sir. No, sir, not in combat. We just lost it. We put it someplace and we couldn't find it.
Well, you just managed to get yourself kicked out of the Navy, McHale. Oh? You're through. Through! And your men are through. Oh, I'm gonna break this crew of yours so far apart that they'll never be heard from again. And you, McHale, you are gonna be back on that broken-down old tub of yours trading coconuts with the natives. Mr. Parker, he's in your custody, and I want to see him in my office in 1 hour. And you can tell former Lieutenant Commander McHale that he can save himself a lot of time by starting to pack now.
Former Lieutenant Commander McHale, you can save yourself a lot of time.
Oh, shut up.
skipper. Don't let Binghamton push you around.
When Virgil shows up with the boat, we'll send you a flash.
Stall the captain as long as you can. We'll be rooting for you.
So long, skipper.
Go on, Skip.
Bye.
Boy, the Navy sure is chicken. Making such a fuss about one lousy PT boat.
It's awfully a shame. We got plenty of PT boats out there.
Yeah, but none of them are ours.
Hey, fellas, what's the difference between any of those other PTs and ours?
Ours carries beer cans and a #2 torpedo tube.
Think I keep his comic books in armor case.
Willie, if we had a boat, could you paint the number 73 on it?
Oh, sure. I know the whole alphabet.
I mean, if this boat already had a different number on it, could you sort of,
Brilliant, Group, brilliant! Hey, do you think it'll work?
Oh, it's got to. I'd never last on submarine duty. I like to sleep with the windows open.
Chuck, you're an expert on regulations. Just exactly what can Binghamton do to me?
Well, I don't know, sir. They've never written a regulation for misplacing a boat.
But there are other statutes that apply.
Huh?
Sure. There's negligence and conduct unbecoming an officer. And dereliction of duty.
Okay. In other words, the old goat has enough on me to get me kicked out of the Navy.
Not necessarily. No, sir, I'm sure he wouldn't do that.
He wouldn't?
No, sir. There's a matter of restitution.
Restitution?
Yes, sir. You see, since the boat was lost outside of the line of duty, but still under your command, you're obliged to pay for it.
Oh, no! Get Lieutenant Carpenter over here right away.
Yes, sir.
Parker, I want you in my office. I'm going to need some statements from you on those forms.
Yes, sir.
Oh, McHale, I've got some forms that you never even heard of. I'm really going to make this one stick.
Oh?
Commander, Gruber says to tell you that PT Boat 73 is ready and that we can leave for New Caledonia at a moment's notice, whenever you're ready, sir.
Holy. Hey, you found the boat? Christy, I could kiss you. Where was it? What happened?
Gruber says to tell you that the boat was never really lost, sir. It was over at maintenance. And, well, sir, we just forgot to tell you.
Maintenance, but Virgil said that, You mean there's a boat out there now? A PT boat that belongs to us? PT 73?
That's right, sir. PT Boat 73 is ready to stand inspection. Anyone's inspection.
Well, Christy, tell the men I'm proud of them. And tell them to stand by while I straighten out a few things in the office. With Captain Bligh.
Come in. Captain? Oh, it's you, McHale. I thought it was Carpenter. You wait outside until I'm through with these forms. I want to be sure that I close every loophole.
Loopholes about what, sir?
You know darn well about what. Oh, I'm enjoying this, McHale. I'm enjoying this more than our last 3 USO shows combined.
Oh? Captain, I have some very good news for you. My boat wasn't really lost. It was just a misunderstanding, sir.
Well, you can tell all that to the court-martial board whenever they do. How do you mean it wasn't really lost?
Well, sir, my men just forgot to tell me. The machinist mate had it over at maintenance, sir.
Are you trying to tell me that you found your boat?
Yes, sir. All ship-shape and ready to go.
Yippee!
Sir?
McHale, there's something fishy here.
No, sir. Nothing fishy at all. Just human error. Sorry to put you in all this trouble, sir.
Do you want me to tear up these forms, sir?
Definitely not! I want those forms filed away. I'll get to use them yet.
Well, then, sir, if everything's under control, we'll be on our way to New Caledonia.
Oh, no, you won't. You think I've taken leave of my senses? Carpenter and the 116 are going to New Caledonia.
Oh, Captain!
You're lucky you and your mob of hooligans aren't going to the brig. Lieutenant Carpenter out there yet?
Yes, sir, he's here.
Send him in. New Caledonia, indeed. Why, you're not even in the same league with Carpenter. In my book, he's real Navy.
Lieutenant Carpenter reporting his orders, sir.
Huh? Carpenter, I've got good news for you. There's been a change in plans. McHale is not going to New Caledonia with the monthly reports. You are.
Me, sir?
Yes, you. What's the matter with you? Don't you want to go to New Caledonia?
Yes, very much, sir, but I'm afraid we won't be able to.
You won't be able to? Why the devil not?
We lost our boat.
You lost your boat?
Yes, sir, a little while ago. I can't understand how it could have happened, sir.
Why don't you ask McHale? He lost his boat, too.
Well, we found ours, sir. When? Just a little while ago.
What am I running here? Get out of my way. Is this a Navy or is this a lost and found department? I could just scream. What am I going to do with you?
Well, you already have the forms made out, sir. Why don't you just,
We'll be moving along, mister. Can't you see the captain's busy? If you want us, sir, we'll be down by our boat, sir. Yes, sir. Bye-bye, sir. Bye.
Pick up those forms.
Dirty up that bridge a little more. Ours never looked that clean. Well, how are we coming?
Ah, great. Getting look just like the old 73.
Willie, how's the paint?
Let's drive.
Atta boy. Uh-oh. Here come some officers. Keep alert, men. Look sloppy.
But the skipper.
I didn't recognize him in the Sunday go-to-meeting duds.
You guys, why'd you grab Carpenter's boat?
Beggars can't be choosers. We never saw a tug that was so GI. Shoot.
Well, at least it bought us a little time. Dry, huh?
Yeah, blew on with an acetylene torch.
Oh, good. Because I have a sneaky hunch that Binghamton will be by any second to check us out.
Oh, holy cow, Skipper. Look!
Found our boat.
No, now we got two of them.
Get out of here! Get away! Skipper, we found the boat!
Hey, look, we got it, we got it!
Don't lose it again!
Lose it? What are you talking about?
You chowderheads, can't you see? We got twins.
Boys, if the captain finds us, we're dead.
Get this crummy boat out of here!
It's our boat, the 73.
From now on, it's a 116. Start painting and get it out of here!
Yeah, well, what do you want us to do with it, Skipper?
I don't care. Just go dump it somewhere, anywhere. Just dump it before Binghamton spots it. Get out of here! Go on! Go! Come on!
Begging your pardon, sir. But have you given any thought to the coincidence involved here?
Coincidence?
Yes, sir. We seem to have lost our boat at almost the exact moment McHale was finding his.
You're not inferring that he...
I have given it some thought, sir, and I would like to check it out before I make a direct accusation. But I wouldn't be a bit surprised if the boat McHale has now is my boat.
You know, Carpenter, I must be slowing down. Now that you mention it, I wouldn't be a bit surprised either. Boat stealing. That ought to be enough to put McHale away for the duration. Open that door. Still think this is your boat, Carpenter?
Oh, no, sir. No, sir. Certainly not. This couldn't belong to anybody but McHale.
Not in there, yes. Well, hello, Captain. Lieutenant, oh, what a real pleasure. Welcome aboard, sir.
You're right, Carpenter. McHale, get this garbage scow off of my base. Get back to your island.
Garbage, well, it is a little untidy, isn't it, Captain? All right, man, take down the scrub and wash clothes and prepare to get underway.
All right, you heard it, Skipper. Let's move it.
Permission leave, sir.
Miss and Grant.
Thank you very much, sir.
Captain, look. I think that's my boat.
I say, you're right. That does look like the 116, doesn't it?
It is my boat. We've got it back.
Our admiral at Naval Reserve used to tell us there'd be days like this.
Sir, we found the boat.
That's wonderful. Where was it, Burns?
At the fuel tanks. We received a phone call saying, come pick it up. And when we got over there, there it was. I can't understand, though.
Good
how
work,
it-
mister. The important thing is, we got it back.
Now, Carpenter, are you sure that this is your boat?
No doubt about it, sir. I trust you can see the difference.
You're ready to leave for New Caledonia.
I run a proper boat, Captain. I'm sure you know that. My machine guns are always loaded. My torpedoes are always primed.
What is this, Carpenter? Some new sort of depth charge?
Looks like a beer can to me, sir.
Yeah, in the torpedo tube?
Shocking. Shocking, sir. Why, it wouldn't surprise me if they had comic books in the ammo cases.
They do have comic books in the ammo cases. Hey, Mighty Mouse.
Beer can? What the devil have you got in there? Pretzels? Pretzels?
But, Captain, I swear
Carpenter, you just stand there at attention. At attention! Shut your mouth. Don't open it until I tell you to speak. I swear, never in my entire career have I had so much trouble trying to send a crew on a vacation to New Caledonia. Cale, are you still ready to go?
Yes, sir!
Well, then go. Go. Take your crew and get out of my sight for 7 days before something else comes up to make me change my mind.
Aye, sir!
Open it. Don't say another word.
What do you think the cat will do to us when we get back, Skipper?
Yeah, beats me. But in the meanwhile, we're gonna have 7 glorious, beautiful days and nights in New Caledonia. Gruber, bring out the beer, buddy.
Right. Hey, Skip, we forgot. This is Carpenter's boat. Torpedo tube's got nothing but torpedoes in them.
Gus, always nothing but the best for Mr. Whiff. I'd steal a whole dentist if it meant saving his naval career. All right. Kelsel hissed, gathering his crew. Now, you guys sure you know what to do? The fate of Pipkin hangs in the balance, and with it, the piece of coral Kiat. Gus, always confident, thumped his chest. Had no fear, Skip. Once we've blown a blast of that laughing gas onto old lead bottom to the office window, he's in happy land. Mr. Whiffle's practically off the hook. Sir, we'll make him giggle like a schoolgirl on shore leave. Well, I sure hope so, Gus Kelsel murmured, a touch of genuine worry in his voice. Not that I might be an enlisted man, but I don't know how. Mother ever explained it to the bridge club, if my executive officer got broken down to a seaman second class. The scandal. All right, come on, boys, let's go. Now, remember, gloop right between the eyes. Don't worry, Skip, this is going to be a million laughs. Meanwhile, Commodore Buffington was sitting stiffly in his office, glowering over Pipkin Whiffle's service record, mentally preparing the damning report for the fitness board. Lieutenant Elroy Phibbs sat opposite him, meticulously taking notes. Now, the fitness board is going to love this record. Phibbs, Buffington grumbled, his voice dark, with malicious anticipation. July 16th, during gunnery drill, we shot down a target plane. August the 1st, he torpedoed one of our garbage scouts. Said he thought it was a nip sub camouflaged with potato peels. Potato peels? Phibbs, the utter ins. Suddenly, Kelsel burst in, unannounced, followed by Chuck Higgins. Hi, Cap. Buffington snapped up, startled. Kelsall, don't you ever knock. What do you want? A sailor. What fresh indignity do you bring to my office this time? Oh, me. Well, Captain Kelsall began, feigning politeness. We just thought that perhaps... I don't care what you thought. You're not going to change my mind. You're finished. You're done. You're kaput. You and that bumbling executive officer of yours are as good as demoted. Well, Captain Kelsall continued, undeterred, seeing as how we can't change our mind about getting Mr. Whiffle booted out. Well, we just thought we'd come over and make sure there were no hard feelings. No hard feelings at all, sir. Buffington narrowed his eyes suspiciously. No hard feelings. Will you quit trying to snow me? Now, what do you want? Why, what nefarious plot are you cooking up now? You devious sea dog. Kelsall feigned disappointment. See, I know you wouldn't believe it. Skip. Well, I guess you're right, Higgins. So go ahead and give him the gift that you bought for him, and then we'll shove off. Go ahead, Higgins. Chuckle Higgins, with a nervous grin, presented a large, brightly wrapped bouquet to Buffington. Captain, on behalf of No Hard Feelings, and through deepest admiration, on this or... For Pete's sake, Higgins, will you knock off that dribble and get to it? Buffington interrupted, his suspicion warring with a hint of genuine curiosity. Get to it. You bought me a present. What did you get me, you rascal? Chuckle, flustered, stammered. Well, all right. Here you are, sir. He pulled back the wrapping, revealing a bouquet of bright yellow goldenrod. Buffington's eyes immediately swelled, and he began to sneeze violently. Achoo! You know I'm allergic to that. You idiot! Ah! Choo! Ah! Choo! Kelsall, ever the innocent, rushed forward. Oh, that's terrible, sir. Well, as you see, that's all we could find, sir. Utterly unique. He then opened Buffington's office window. Oh, what you need is some air, sir. Get these out of the air. Achoo! Air is what you need, sir. Achoo! As Kelsall flung the window open, Gus grumbled, positioned outside with the laughing gas tank, immediately unleashed a silent, invisible plume directly into Buffington's office. What are you cutthroats doing out there? Buffington, still sneezing, roared, completely oblivious to the gaseous assault. It smells festive. Landscaping details. Sir, Gus replied cheerfully, disguised as a gardener. We're just spraying the shrubs. Come! For pests, sir. Chuckle Higgins, improvising wildly, joined in. That's right, sir. The whole island's been invaded by the dreaded frangipani flies. Look out, sir. Here they come. A flock of them. Dreadful insects. Buffington's eyes, already watering from the pollen, widened in alarm. I never heard anything, so you squirted that right in my face. Stupid. Achoo! Achoo! He started to feel a strange, disorienting lightness. Ah, wait a minute. Breathe deeply, Captain, Kelsall urged, patting Buffington on the back. Breathe deeply now. Clear your lungs, sir. Clear your lungs of those bothersome allergies and any residual grumpiness. Buffington, already feeling the insidious effects of the gas, began to giggle uncontrollably. Oh, father, it's a questionnaire. Achoo! Here they come again. Another flock of them. Frangipanis. At 3 o'clock. Geronimo. We're being invaded by flies. He burst into uncontrollable laughter, his head thrown back. Isn't that terrible? Huh? Dreadfully, deliciously terrible. Well, don't you worry about us things, Captain Kelsall said, winking at his crew. We're right behind you, sir. We'll stick by you to the bitter end. Because we're your friends. We're friends. Ha ha! That's a real buddy. Buffington, now utterly lost in a fit of giggles, looked at his service record on the desk. Did you see that, it's too bad you have to lose him, sir. He pointed to Pipkin Whiffle's file. Kelsall feigned confusion. What? Did he lose him, sir? Oh, you mean his impending demise? Buffington nodded vigorously, still laughing. Well, you're the one who sent for the fitness board, the one that's going to reduce him to seaman, sir. Oh dear. No, I meant seaman, sir. Achoo, what a laugh. Buffington, in his altered state, suddenly decided he had had enough of Kelsall's lamb. I'll take care of that, Kelsall, he announced, a gleam of manic generosity in his eyes. Elroy Phibbs, go get in here, this very instant. You scribbling. Elroy, startled, poked his head in. You called, sir? I don't know. Did I? My pen ran out of ink. Yes, you called, Buffington roared, practically dancing with glee, his earlier allergy completely forgotten amidst the joyous hilarity. Send a message up to Grand Command Post and cancel the fitness board. The infernal, utterly unnecessary fitness board for Ensign. Elroy Phibbs blinked, convinced his Commodore had finally lost his marbles. Oh, I get a series of jokes. Haha, a hilarious practical joke, no doubt. Do I sound like I'm joking? Phibbs, Buffington demanded, still giggling. Yes, okay, go and copy and send a message. Cancel the board, a complete and utter revocation of my previous, regrettable command. Kelsall, seizing the moment, leaned in. Come on, isn't that right, Wally? He called Buffington by his first name, a familiarity he would never normally dare. That's right, quiz baby, Buffington agreed, equally familiar, lost in his drug-induced euphoria. Oh, but sure. No, send a message now. Phibbs, just as fast as your fat little legs will carry you out of my sight. Scat, man. Elroy, utterly bewildered but accustomed to Buffington's inexplicable mood swings, hurried off to the radio shack, shaking his head. Keep it working, boys, Kelsall whispered to his crew. If this stuff is going to start to wear off, we've got to do our thing. Full commitment to this act of benevolent sabotage. Buffington, meanwhile, was happily nudging Kelsall. Thought they were going to get rid of you, didn't they, Higgins? Yeah, but I'm going to do it because I like you. Pipkin Whiffle. I like you, Bingy Winky. He laughed, poking Kelsall in the ribs again. What's your need, sir? Kelsall asked, still playing along. It's a little bit more fresh air, isn't it? Yes, a little bit more. He winked at Gus, who was lurking near the open window, ready with another blast. Yes. Hey, get ready, you guys. Chuckle, Higgins hissed. It's stuck. Skip. The window's stuck. The office window, which Kelsall had opened earlier, had jammed. What's so funny about that? Higgins, Buffington asked, still laughing, but with a slight edge of confusion returning. Well, don't you get it, sir? It's a riot. The window's stuck, sir. Chuckle burst into laughter. That's your funny little potato peels, sir. Buffington frowned, a tiny wrinkle of sobriety forming amidst the giggles. I'll go along with that. It's funnier than potato peels. What are you 8 balls doing here? Anyway, how am I right here? Just try to open your window, sir, Kelsall offered, trying to keep the merriment going. Yes, but remember, I'm Bingy Winky. Get my own window open? What is this Bingy Winky? Buffington asked, the laughter fading, replaced by a growing suspicion. Are you out of your mind? Out of your mind. That's one we've heard you say. You're not laughing. How could you call you? His eyes began to focus, his brow furrowing. I don't know what this is all about, but I'm... Just then, Elroy Phibbs burst back into the office, out of breath. Sir, I ran all the way. Oh, mission accomplished. I sent the message. Commodore, you asked for me, so here I am. Buffington stared at him, his face now a mask of cold, terrifying clarity. The laughing gas had worn off. Why would I send a dummy like you on a mission? Phibbs, you're a dummy, a certifier greeter. But, sir, Elroy stammered, bewildered. You specifically ordered me to radio Grand Command Posts and cancel Ensign Whiffle's fitness board. By what, sir, you said, and I quote, Sir, get going as fast as your fat little legs will carry you. Lithering Dodo, Buffington roared, his face turning puce. Have you lost the last few marbles that you had? Why would I want to cancel it? If anything, I want the thing on this hyena. Speed it up. Phibbs, now, look, now, I can't. I don't know what you're trying to pull here, but I'm going to drive over to the radio shack and take care of this myself. Get away from my window. Kelsall, still desperately trying to buy time, grabbed Buffington. A big thing. Just let me open your window, Commodore. Come here. That is not Biggie. Well, you are, when the window's open. Buffington fumed, struggling. Yeah, I do want to do this to an old pal, after all. The laughs we've had together, this morning. This festive occasion. Elroy Phibbs, observing the wrestling match, added, Sir, I about 2 hours spent on that wire. Buffington snarled at Kelsall. Fair weather, friend. What is going on here? Kelsall, seeing that the game was up, sight. We're just trying to open up this window. Commodore, now we're going to go see if we need some help with the window in the Jeep. He broke free, signaling to his crew. Quick, we've got to give him another belt with this stuff. Otherwise, Mr. Whiffle's a goner. Here, Chuckle, take this. Now, when I get his attention, give him a blast. The rest of you guys follow my lead. Captain, don't start that motor, sir. Boffington, enraged, stormed towards his Jeep, only to be surrounded by Kelsall and his crew, all pretending to be overzealous mechanics. Now, sir, no, sir, Kelsall exclaimed, waving his hands. We just got an emergency order from maintenance, sir. They said to check all vehicles for possible enemy sabotage, a vital, precautionary measure, sir. No, get away from there. Put that hood down. Get away from the vehicle. Boffington shrieked, swatting at their hands. What are you doing? Get the hood down. What is she? Any fly, sir? He struggled with Gus Grumbles, who was spraying him with more laughing gas. Get that thing out of my face. You ex-ensign knew. Kelsall, however, knew his superior too well. Mr. Kelsall, sir, I am not worried about any enemies. You are the only enemy that I have. That is my sabotage. Go, nincompoop, Boffington thundered, noticing Willie the Whale Wiggins perched on top of the Jeep, swinging his legs. What in blazes are you doing up there, Willie? Willie grinned. Well, you never can tell, sir. That those flies might be spies. These flies might be spies. Boffington stared, utterly aghast. Are you bucking for a Section 8? Get off of my vehicle. Where's my key? Oh, the key's right here, Kelsall said, dangling the key. The lad did it. Dad did it. I'm not going to wait for any fitness board. It can be, and I'm going to put you away myself. What am I doing with the wrench? Boffington, utterly flustered, had grabbed a wrench. Looking What's he talking about? Chuckle Higgins whispered to Gus. Hey, Bingy Wink, Willie called down from the Jeep roof, still under the influence of the gas. Come on down. Join in the fun. Okay, Bingy. He clapped his hands. We have you, everybody. Old pal, old friend of mine. Do you love a country? Oh, well. There's the cute little trick from Recovery Ward Romeo. How are you? Beautiful. Captain, really? Captain, really? I never heard of him. I'm Captain Begum, General. The captain sure is a barrel of fun, doesn't he, Lieutenant? I'm high on the right aisle. Let's go on. Honey, let's go on sick call together. Come back here. Mercy, come back. Hey, it sounds like you caught her. He giggled. Kelsall and his crew watched in dismay as Boffington, now fully immersed in another hallucinatory trip, chased Dr. Zephyr Blim, who was wearing a nurse's cap and giggling, around the perimeter of the Jeep. Gus Grumbles sighed. Man, I'd like a shot of that. Happa-juice myself right now. This is a lot of effort. Kelsall clapped his hands. Well, gather around, boys. The laughs are on me. All right. He's off, you guys. Oh, it can't be worked. Pipkin's off the hook. Yeah, for now. But we're still not in the woods yet. Let's just hope the captain forgets all about this by the time he gets through whooping it up. Just as Kelsall was giving his hopeful prognosis, Chuckle Higgins suddenly cried out, Hey, Skip! Brassahook! Kelsall's heart leaped into his throat. Oh no. Admiral Treadwell. Admiral Augustus Treadwell. Come on, boy. Look alive. Gus, confused, asked, You sure that's Shoemaker from the fitness board? What? He must have left Grand Command Post before the cancellation reached him. Well, what a time for him to show up, Gus, Kelsall hissed, his face draining of color. All right, you guys, come on. Get lost on the double. Go on. Blend into the scenery. Become one with the palm trees. Well, Skip, what are you going to do? Pipkin Whiffle asked, still hovering nervously. Well, I'm going to try to keep him away from Boffington. If they ever get wise to what we pulled on old Lead Bottom, we'll all end up seamen second class. If not worse, Kelsall replied grimly. Look, Gus, you get rid of that tank and stay out of sight. Now. Gus, always one to follow an order, quickly dragged the laughing gas tank into a nearby thicket. Bro, how do they care this? Stay out of your tank and get rid of your... Suddenly, Admiral Treadwell, a portly, severe-looking man in a crisp white uniform, entered the scene, flanked by his stern-faced aides. He stopped, his gaze falling upon Kelso, who stood alone, trying to look innocent amidst the chaos. "Oh, no, Admiral Treadwell, sir." Kelso saluted crisply. "Lieutenant Commander Kelso, welcome aboard, sir. A pleasure to see you, sir. Always a pleasure." Admiral Treadwell returned the salute. His eyes narrowed. "Kelso, is Commodore Buffington in?" "Yes, sir. We're here a little sooner than expected, you see." "I know, sir," Kelso replied, desperately trying to appear nonchalant. "I believe you'll find Commodore Buffington inspecting the warehouse, sir." "Yes, a very thorough and enthusiastic inspection, sir. Right this way, sir." The warehouses are a true marvel of logistical efficiency. He tried to steer the Admiral away from the jeep. Admiral Treadwell paused, a slight frown on his face. "Sorry to hear about your man Whiffle. The reports reached us about his impending fitness hearing." "Yes, sir." Kelso jumped at the opportunity. "And if it's all right with you, sir, I'd like to put in a good word for Mr. Whiffle. He's a fine executive officer, sir. A diligent, if occasionally clumsy, asset to the Navy." Admiral Treadwell merely shook his head. "Well, I can't understand why you're a little early in the day to be whooping it up. What's with all the strange commotion and general air of pandemonium?" "Oh, well, it's a special occasion, sir," Kelso quickly improvised. "You see, one of the nurses just got engaged. Yes, and they're throwing her a party and well, you know, like this, a spontaneous burst of joyful celebration." Admiral Treadwell's gaze drifted towards the sound of raucous laughter coming from the vicinity of Buffington's jeep. "Now, hold on. Is it possible that Buffington is involved in this celebration?" "Oh, no," Sir Kelso scoffed, feigning shock. "Commodore Buffington is not the kind of a man, sir, to be partying during duty hours. His dedication to duty is legendary, sir. Right here, sir." He gestured firmly towards an empty stretch of concrete. Just then, Buffington, still cackling uncontrollably and chasing Dr. Blue, burst into view, prancing wildly. "Don't, Captain. Please." "Well, that's Buffington. Come on, honey. Live it up. That's an order. Come on. Let's go. Follow me, my love, to the land of eternal giggles." Admiral Treadwell stared, utterly, at the sight of the Commodore in a complete state of disarray, dancing a jig with a medical officer. "No, no, no, see?" Kelso cried, realizing his efforts were futile. "You don't understand. This is highly unusual behavior, sir." "Well, lay it, Kelso," Admiral Treadwell sighed, rubbing his temples. "It was a nice try covering up for your CO, but it didn't work. The evidence, Kelso, is quite literally dancing before our eyes." Buffington, hearing the Admiral, suddenly broke free from Dr. Blim and rushed towards him, still overcome with hysterical mirth. "No! Hi, Quinny Winnie. Oh, he's starting to die. Please. Hey, what are you doing up here, you stiff old fossil?" He poked Admiral Treadwell in the chest. "Tension. How do you use it, Admiral? Give me a smile." Admiral Treadwell, usually unflappable, reeled back in utter shock. "Buffington, what in the name of the Great White Fleet is going on here? Control yourself, man." I said, Hey, Admiral!" "Shoot me," I said. "Stay on detention. Nice. Don't you see the Admiral? You're in disgrace, Buffington. Help me now. For heaven's sake, go to your quarters." Kelso hissed, desperately trying to pull Buffington away, but the Commodore was too far gone. Ah, go! I'll see if she's punished, Admiral. Whether I imagine her dancing on tabletops, whether that shameful conduct is shameful." Buffington continued to prance, completely oblivious. Admiral Treadwell's face was grim. "Yes, I would say so, Captain. It appears that we arrived just in the nick of time. This is a complete abomination of naval conduct." Buffington, his laughter suddenly punctuated by a fleeting spark of awareness, clapped his hands. "The nick of time. Oh, the nick of time. Yes. You mean, Ensign Whiffle's fitness ball. Oh yes. You got here not a minute too soon, Admiral. Why? That man is a disgrace. He's totally unfit to be an officer. Totally unfit to be an officer. His very presence is an insult to the uniform." Admiral Treadwell stared at Buffington, a mixture of bewilderment and profound disapproval on his face. "We're saying, Captain, who put that on me? I don't understand. What is this? Is this some new form of tropical fever?" "Commodore," one that induces sudden bouts of extreme mental instability and wild accusations. Kelsall immediately threw Boffington under the bus. Don't look at me, sir. No. Stop trying to pass the buck, Boffington. And you wanted us to pass on the fitness of one of your officers, Boffington? Treadwell demanded. Oh, yes, I do, Admiral, Boffington declared, completely serious despite his still glazing eyes. I don't let all this fool you, sir. This is just something that he thought up to get Whiffle off the hook. A nefarious scheme, I assure you, Admiral, a conspiracy. Admiral Treadwell raised an eyebrow at Kelsall, who was desperately trying to suppress a grin. Well, Mr. Whiffle doesn't wear roses, sir. Now, Kelsall, you're mixed up in this, aren't you? So I insist that we get in. Sir, Whiffle, Boffington interrupted, pointing wildly at and we get to the bottom of this. I want the truth, Admiral, the unvarnished, unpleasant truth. Don't worry, Boffington, Admiral Treadwell replied, his voice chilling. I intend to, Kelsall, whereas I want to see him on the double. Kelsall's heart sank. He looked at Boffington, who was still muttering about conspiracies, then back at the Admiral. Have a bubble bus, sir, and I will buy you a new gift, sir, a very shiny, highly polished bubble bus for your personal enjoyment. Just then, Chuckle Higgins, whose lookout duty had been thoroughly neglected, burst onto the scene, yelling at the top of his lungs. Harry! Harry! Everybody out! Let's go! Enemy incoming, sir. Nip planes. A sudden earth-shattering explosion rocked the ground, sending everyone scrambling. Debris rained down from the sky as a nip bomber made a low pass over the atoll. Get away, Admiral! Kelsall yelled, dragging Treadwell towards the nearest shelter. I don't know if you see this, but this is all part of the plot. He's just faking it. Harry, it's all right. He meant Boffington's prior accusations. Boffington, have you lost your mind? Admiral Treadwell cried, clearly bewildered by the sudden aerial attack amidst the ongoing farce. Not to the shelters, Boffington shrieked, making a beeline for a supply shack instead. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Admiral. Oh, hey, Mr. Kelsall, please, I'm over here. He was now apparently mistaking Kelsall for his lost clothes. Kelsall, however, was scanning for his executive officer. Hey, where's Mr. I don't really see him. Beats me. Skip, Gus Grumbles replied, ducking for cover. Figured he was here. Maybe you'd better have a look. See, he's like one, you know. He pointed to the top of a small, fortified bunker, where Pipkin Whiffle stood, completely exposed. Take a look, Kelsall cried, pointing. Sorry about this inconvenience, Admiral, but just as soon as this raid is over, then we can get back to the Whiffle case. Oh, I can tell you things about that nitwit you wouldn't believe. Suddenly, a massive .50 caliber machine gun, mounted atop the bunker, began to thunder, spewing tracer rounds into the sky. And at the controls, laughing hysterically, was Ensign Pipkin Whiffle, completely oblivious to the danger, and still apparently under the lingering effects of the laughing gas. Only, Kelsall, it's Mr. Whiffle, Gus cried, pointing. I told you, Admiral. There's something about that boob taking a walk in an air raid, Boffington shrieked, completely forgetting his own earlier accusations. We've got to get him. He'll be massacred. Kelsall, despite the danger, couldn't help but feel a surge of pride mixed with terror. Come on, boys. I'll lay it for you. It's bad enough. There's one man out there. You stay put, and that's an order. But, sir, it's suicide out there, Chuckle Higgins cried. Look at him. He seems happy about the whole thing. That's what I keep trying to tell you, Admiral, Boffington exclaimed, now completely contradicting himself. The man is just not normal. He's a lunatic, I tell you. Admiral Treadwell, however, watched in stunned silence as Pipkin Whiffle, with seemingly impossible aim, peppered the nip plane, which burst into flames and plummeted into the ocean. Oh, will you pipe down? Treadwell commanded, utterly mesmerized. Hey, you're getting closer. Higgins, get in here. Hey, he's got one, and I swear that he didn't even aim. The sheer, unadulterated luck. Oh, Mr. Whiffle, you always shoot, sir, Kelsall announced proudly, seizing the moment. The Dead-Eye Whiffle. Sir, yes, sir. The Dead-Eye Whiffle, Treadwell muttered, completely bewildered, right in the tail. Why, Mr. Whiffle, he lifted the whole bunch of them, single-handed. He always does. Sir, it's quite typical. Kelso bragged. Boffington, seeing his chance, interjected. Be ridiculous. They probably ran out of bombs. Admiral, I tell you, that man is totally unfit to be an officer. Completely unhinged, sir. But lay that, Boffington, Admiral Treadwell retorted, a rare smile crossing his face. Anyone who would stand laughing in the face of death like that, brave lad, was born to be a combat officer. A hero in the making. Sir. Boffington slumped, utterly defeated. Ah, you're right, sir. You see, Captain, I told you it was a mistake to call that fitness hearing. He's a credit to the naval service. Admiral Treadwell turned a serious expression on his face. I don't know about that. After what I've seen around this base today, I'm beginning to have grave doubt about you. Commander, grave doubts indeed, sir. Your command seems unconventional. Kelso blanched, realizing the tables had turned. Now, come on, let's go out and congratulate that marvelous young man, Admiral. He steered the Admiral away from the ruins of the Nip plane. Yes, sir. Bye-bye, Captain. Come on, Admiral. Let's go. Boffington watched them go, completely demoralized. Why me? Why is it always me? The universe conspires against me with a singular, perverse efficiency. Later, amidst the cheers of his crew, Pipkin Whiffle was being lauded by Admiral Treadwell. Mr. Whiffle, you were well. Magnificent is the only word for it. Magnificent, Admiral Treadwell declared, beaming. Pipkin, still dazed, blinked. Magnificent. What did I do, sir? I was just having fun. He shoots down an enemy bomber all by himself, out in the open, all alone, in a major attack. And he says, what did I do? Treadwell looked at Kelso astonished. Well, Mr. Whiffle's always very modest, Sir Kelso explained smoothly, hiding his own relief. I shot down an enemy by myself, Pipkin repeated, a slow, dawning realization crossing his face. Sir, Ensign Whiffle has a request. Admiral Treadwell smiled. Request? Anything for our hero. Yes, sir, Pipkin said. Then his eyes rolled back. Permission to faint, sir. And with that, he collapsed. Yes, I was saying. Sir Kelso continued to the astonished Admiral, as Pipkin was carried away. Ensign Whiffle's very modest. Sir, he then turned to his crew, his voice firm. Sir, you look. I've got it, don't you? Sir, I'm not going to do this. I'll show you. All right, I'll bring the champagne over here. Kelso was back at his torpedo tube 73 lair, supervising the stashing of a newly acquired stash of champagne, no doubt for a celebratory purpose. Gus Grumbles looked on. But, sir, it's no use trying to hide it, no matter where you put it. Kelso and his gang will get it. They always do. Sir, he spoke as if Kelso were a completely separate entity. Not this time, Gus. This time, I've got it. I've outsmarted those deep-water rascals. Kelso gloated. He pulled out a small, metallic object, resembling a miniature safe. Oh, how about that, Gus? Daddy had this little piggy bank flown in from Fort Knox. Secure as a bank vault, Gus. Elroy Phibbs, ever observing, gasped. Oh, that's very clever. Oh, I mean, sir, Shut up, Phibbs. Don't you dare even listen to these clicks. Yes, sir. My ears are sealed. Sir, Kelso snapped, then turned back to Gus. All right, good. All right. Unsealed what, sir? Sir. Yes, that is brilliant. Sir, that's it. How much do you think it will hold? Gus, taking the safe, started to carefully stack the champagne bottles inside. I don't know. Just hand me the bottle. Just hand me the bottle. There we go. There's one. There. 2, 3. Hey, how about that? I only got mystic stuff. That's it. 12 bottles of champagne. Stolen from underneath my very nose. Kelso clenched his fist. I tell you, Gus, we've got to do something about Kelso and Receive somehow. We've got to get he trailed off. Distracted by his own crew, who were perpetually causing problems. Yes, sir. Sir, if you please excuse me, I do have to get over to the post office. Kelso blinked. What for? Why? Elroy Phibbs, looking unusually excited, presented a wad of bills. Well, sir, I just received 3 months back pay. And look, it's all in brand new $100 bills, freshly printed. Sir. Brand new, $100 bills. Kelso snatched the money. Yes, sir. And I'm sending it home. And my mother is going to take the OL Roy. You have just saved the day, boy. I don't know how I'm ever going to thank you for this. Elroy, beaming, puffed out his chest. Oh, well, sir. Why? With this money's bait, we can really trap Kel. It's the perfect lure. Elroy Phibbs, hearing Kelso's suggestion about bait, looked genuinely distressed. Oh, with my money, sir. You don't understand, sir. This is my money. It's for my future. Kelso, however, was already deep in thought, plotting his latest scheme. Oh, wait a minute. Sure, why not? Phibbs, sir, you just let go. Every time we nearly trap Kelso and his 40 thieves, they either eat or they drink the evidence. But this time, then we can mark these bills, put them in a wallet, and let them swipe them. We've got them. Phibbs, this is foolproof. Elroy's eyes welled up. But, sir, you don't seem to understand. You see, I'm engaged with a little girl back home, and this is my dowry money, my hopes, my dreams, my little bungalow by the sea. And, sir... Oh, thank you, sir. Kelso cut him off, pretending to return the money. I knew you'd get it back. Phibbs. Okay. You ain't even thinking getting married at a time like this. Are you? It's a war. Man. He pulled the money back. Well, you sit down there. You sit down there and write down these serial numbers as I give them to you. Phibbs. Now, I am going to get Kelso, if it takes every cent you've got. Kelso was, of course, referring to his own alter ego, the unruly PT boat commander. Ili novi menestres menos novi. Ili novi menestres menos novi. Elroy Phibbs, thoroughly demoralized, began to write, his hand trembling, watching his entire future evaporate before his eyes, reduced to a series of numbers that would serve as bait for Kelso's latest convoluted plan. Meanwhile, Commander Kelso and his crew, still operating under the shadow of the no-returned Commodore Boffington, were searching for a suitable hideaway for their recently acquired champagne. Hey, you guys, this looks like a good spot right here, Gus Grumbles whispered, gesturing towards a dense patch of mangroves along the shore. Nice and secluded. Skipper? Yeah, it's fun. Willie the Whale Wiggins agreed. Hey, let's move it in, boys. As they began to drag the heavy box of champagne bottles, Chuckle Higgins suddenly stopped. Oh boy, hey. Hold the phone here. Well, what's with the champagne? Hey, something funny's going on here. Skip, this isn't guy issue. Kelso raised an eyebrow, feigning innocence. All right, Gus, where'd you get the bubble water? And don't give me that yarn about you got a care package from the French underground. Gus, ever earnest, scratched his head. Would you believe it, sir, if I told you these bottles had washed ashore, like flotsam, sir, from a particularly elegant shipwreck? Oh, sure, I would. Gus Kelso did. If there was a note inside saying, swipe from Commodore Boffington. But there's no note here, Skip. These days you guys are going to go too far. Now, there's only one thing we can do. What's that? Skip, Chuckle asked, bracing himself. Well, drink fast and don't leave any fingerprints, Kelso declared, reaching for a bottle. Wait a minute. Hold it. Come on. We gotta go after those girls first. Gus, you stay in much with sandwiches, will you? And don't forget the teriyaki sauce. Yeah, right. Yes. Gus salute. Hey, don't forget. The big fat one's mine. Skip. What big fat one, Gus? Kelso asked, confused. The big fat sandwich. The one with the peanut butter in it. Oh, and the teriyaki, of course. A delightful combination, Gus clarified. Kelso rolled his eyes. Peanut butter. You made a special teriyaki, and he eats peanut butter. This is an affront to my people, Gus. Come on, boys. Let's get this show on the road. He and the rest of the crew headed off in pursuit of their recreational objectives. A short while later, Gus Grumbles sat alone amongst the mangroves, guarding the champagne and his carefully prepared sandwich. Oh, that's right, he muttered. I sure hate it or hurt food he's feeling. After all, it is my mother's peanut butter, an exquisite blend, even if I do say so myself. He took a bite of his peanut butter sandwich, accidentally getting some of the teriyaki sauce on it. Foodie teriyaki sauce must have spilled on this. Suddenly, a pair of beady eyes emerged from the murky water nearby. A large, green snout broke the surface. Now, there's another one, Gus muttered, looking up. Oh, hi, fella. You lost, little buddy. Here for the festivities. The alligator, a creature of surprising size and indifference, simply stared at him. Gus, ever friendly, offered it a piece of his sandwich. Hey, alligator, it's 3 o'clock. It's skipper time. Oh, never mind. I'm talking nonsense. The alligator slowly lumbered out of the water, its massive jaws opening and closing lazily. Suddenly, the alligator lunged, snapping at Gus's hand. All right, Skipper. Skipper, now, you stand back. I'm going to answer to the United States Navy, and that's an order, Gus cried, wrestling with the reptile. Wait a minute. Eating an officer's a federal offense, you scaly scoundrel. Gus struggled, eventually falling over as the alligator snatched his peanut butter sandwich, taking a hefty chunk of it in one gulp. Chuckling Higgins, who had just arrived with Kelcel and the rest of the crew, quickly drew his pistol. All right, you little pipsqueak, now you're going to get it. Oh no, look! Skip! He's picked up Mr. Whiffle's gun! Gus exclaimed, horrified. The alligator, having devoured the sandwich, had indeed snatched Pipkin Whiffle's service pistol, which Gus had inadvertently left nearby. Bring it back to him, you scaly fiend, Kelcel commanded, cautiously approaching the alligator. Gus, relieved, asked, Skip, can we keep him as a mascot for the boat? A mascot for Torpedo Tube 73? Imagine the terror he'd strike into the hearts of our enemies. Mask, Kelcel repeated, completely again. Are you kidding? No, really. Skip, I ain't got a name for him. He looks like an old cousin of mine. We can call him Sydney. Sydney, the amphibious mascot. Sydney, can I keep Skip? Can I? Willie the Whale Wiggins pleaded, already forming an emotional bond. How about Skip? Gus said, looking at the creature. Don't do it, Sydney, Gus, Kelcel roared, realizing the mercenary thought process. Oh, that's what I like, Kelcel declared, looking at the alligator who was now calmly chewing on a piece of mangrove root. A nice, peaceful luau, and no one trying to take my money. Meanwhile, Commodore Boffington was pacing furiously through the very mangroves Kelcel had just vacated, muttering to himself. Lieutenant Elroy Phibbs trotted along behind him, still holding his notebook of serial numbers. Darn it, Boffington fumed. There's nobody here. Not a pickpocket in sight. Just the rustling of leaves and the buzzing of insects. Oh, good, sir. Now can I have my money back? The marked bills you stole from me? You'll get your money back at the court. Maybe it's just as well those pirates aren't here. Phibbs gulped. Boffington's better ideas usually involved elaborate schemes that ended in his own humiliation. Then when they pocket the money, wham, we've got 'em. It's brig time for Kelcel and his entire criminal enterprise. Sir, couldn't I keep one bill? Right in the middle of a well-worn path. Utterly delightful, sir. Well, stop giggling, Phibbs, and come on, boys, Boffington ordered, completely misinterpreting Phibbs's grimace. He marched triumphantly back towards his office, convinced his trap was inescapable. Hours later, Commander Kelcel and his crew returned to the Torpedo Tube 73 lair. They were boisterous and cheerful after their unauthorized shore leave. Well, that was a real blast. Skip, Gus Grumbles declared, wiping sweat from his brow. Wonderful. What an evening of illicit delights. All right, you play. Boys, Kelcel chuckled. Listen, let's get out of these party duds, because you never know when you know who will pay us a surprise visit. So, let's go for it. I'll tell you what, Nichols, Willie the Whale Wiggins said, addressing an imaginary intro. Well, I still don't know why we couldn't have brought Sydney back as a mascot. He was so charming. You can imagine. What are you going to do out there? He looks so lonely and well. All right. Okay, don't worry about it. He was already fantasizing about their future adventures. Suddenly, a familiar green snout poked through the doorway. What are you doing with a wallet? Gus snatched the wallet from Sydney's jaws. His eyes widened as he read the ID card inside. Captain Wallace Boffington. Oh, boy. Not you. Skip. Captain Boffington. He ate the captain. The entire crew gasped. Willie clutched his chest. Oh, boy. We've been in trouble before, but we'll never eat the captain. That's a whole new level of Whoa, Skipper. Kelsall stared at the wallet, then at the placid alligator. What? What are you talking about, Gus? Hey, what's all this about? What a terrible end to a truly irritating officer. Chuckle Higgins, however, caught the true implications. Kelsall, despite the absurdity, immediately saw the monumental trouble this presented. Willie was still distraught. Oh, the poor alligator eating the captain. Oh, he's liable to get in the chest. I'll get to my top. He began rummaging for his emergency get-out-of-trouble gear. Kelsall glared at his crew. Where did you guys put your clown act in? Now, if you don't believe me, Skip, asked Sidney. Gus insisted, pointing to the alligator, who blinked innocently. He's in my shack, right now. Well, then, come on. Let's go. Let's find out what this is all about. Quickly, before Buffington's supposed ghost appears, Kelsall ordered, herding his crew out of the lair. Moments later, a furious Commodore Buffington, very much alive and well, stormed into Gus Grumble's shack, flanked by Lieutenant Elroy Phibbs and 2 burly shore patrol guards. All right, children, praise, Buffington barked, seeing Kelsall and his crew gathered around Sidney. Captain Buffington, and contrary to your crocodilandos delusions, Sidney didn't eat the captain. You fools! Gus Grumble slumped, disappointed. Darn it, I knew it was too good to be true. No glorious act of animal justice, it seems. Kelsall, however, seeing Buffington alive, felt a surge of genuine, if wary, relief. Boy, am I glad to see you, Commodore. We were terribly concerned for your well-being, sir. Almost inconsolable. Yeah, I'll bet you are, Buffington snarled, brandishing the marked wallet and his ID card. You're all under arrest for grand larceny. I'll take that. He snatched the ID card from Gus. I said, I'll take that. You criminal. You said freeze. Come here. I can know that. You governor. Resisting arrest, Kelsall and his band of Kelsall, feigning innocence, saluted. Well, sir, now, if we're under arrest, would you mind telling us what for, sir? What egregious naval crime have we committed now? Kelsall, the irrefutable evidence of your criminal enterprise. He held up the wallet. All right, who's got the wallet? Yes, and the money. Where's the money, sir? He pointed at Gus. You stand by with the serial numbers of those bills, sir? Buffington beamed. Serial numbers, Phibbs. That's right. I really got you this time with the evidence. The incontrovertible, numbered evidence. Now, which one of these thieves has my wallet? Confess, you scoundrels. Gus, however, pointed at Sidney. Well, none of them have it, sir. I hate to say this, but Sidney stole it, sir. He took it right from the path, sir. Buffington stared, utterly incredulous. Sidney, what is that? A code name for Kelsall? Is this some new form of criminal argot? Gus, Ernest, defended his reptilian friend. No, sir. Sidney's an alligator. Sir, I hope you go easy on him. I'm sure he didn't know what he was doing, sir. He just likes peanut butter. Stop pleading for mercy, Gus. Buffington barked, turning to Phibbs. I hope you're taking every word of this down. Phibbs, every word of this preposterous, alligator-fueled lie. Every word, sir, Elroy Phibbs replied, dutifully writing. An alligator. Yes, sir. Hope you don't believe me. Gus continued. I've got him in my shack right now with your wallet, Commodore. And now look at him. That is, Kelso. You say you have an alligator in your shack right now with my wallet? Yes, sir. Buffington paused, a strange glint entering his eyes. An alligator. A live alligator. This was too good an opportunity to pass up. Oh, I'd love to see him, Ensign. Love to see him. After you, Phibbs. Get your eyes on them. If they make them, oh, shoot to kill. He winked at the shore patrol. Yeah, me too, Commodore. They entered Gus's shack. Sidney, however, was nowhere to be found. He's not in there, sir, Gus cried, panicking. He's not, huh? Well, we've looked everywhere. Where is Sidney? I don't understand it, sir. He was here a minute ago, and he had your wallet. I swear on my mother's peanut butter. Oh, well, you shouldn't have done that, boy. You see, there was $900 in that wallet. Gus, you should never leave an alligator alone with all that money. You never know when he's liable to go downtown and buy himself a swamp, a speedboat, and a small island of his own. But it's the truth, Captain Kelsall insisted. Buffington, ignoring the absurdity, turned to Kelsall with a triumphant smirk. Well, does he? He loves his mother's peanut butter, does he? Well, as long as you've explained all that, Kelsall, you're under arrest for grand larceny, the thief of my personal belongings. Oh, now look, Captain, Kelsall began to protest. You knock it off, Kelsall. You're lucky you're getting out of this with just charges, you pirate. You're lucky I was the only one I caught with my ID card, and I've got witnesses. Boys, come in here. Buffington barked at the shore patrol. Kelsall desperately looked at the crew. But, Captain, he did not steal your wallet, sir. It was the alligator. Buffington laughed, a harsh, dismissive sound. I'll tell you what you do. Why didn't you bring Sidney to the trial? Maybe we can put him on the stand as a witness. That is, if you can get him to raise his right claw and take the oath. He watched, amused, as Kelsall was escorted away. Well, I'm telling you, I'm innocent, sir, Kelsall protested, still clinging to his dignity. Yes, and besides that, Mr. Whiffle has his rights. Well, you tell that to the judge advocate, Buffington retorted. Take him away. Phibbs, you find Sidney. He'll clear me of this absurd counter-accusation. The court-martial for Kelsall was rapidly approaching, and Sidney was their only hope. Fleet anyone named Sidney. Willie, the whale-wiggin, shouted, searching through the bushes. There's Sidney. Where's Sidney? Yeah, with alligator in sight. How about you guys? Nothing. The closest we got was a turtle named Sam, and he just bit my finger. Kelsall, still under guard, pleaded. All right, cut out the funny stuff, will you? The only way we can save Mr. Whiffle is to find Sidney, and hope he's still got that wallet with him. So, come on, boys. Let's spread out and keep looking. Nothing. Old Lead Bottoms got Mr. Whiffle right where he wants him, caught in his dastardly trap. Just as despair was about to set in, a triumphant yell pierced the humid air. Sidney. Hey, where'd he come from? Chuckle Higgins pointed to a thicket where Sidney the alligator was casually munching on a large, leafy branch. Gus gasped. Well, you've been hunting, you old fossil? What did you do with that wallet? You old? He stopped, realizing. Hey, I just saw the wallet in his mouth. Hey, he still got it. We're in luck. Skip, he hadn't bought a swamp after all. Kelsall's face lit up. Yeah, we're in luck. All right. Do I hear any volunteers to take that wallet out of the alligator's mouth? Step right up, brave sailors. A nervous silence fell over the crew. Yeah, that's what I figured, Kelsall muttered, seeing no hands raised. Well, we've got to get that wallet to the court. All right, I'll give it a go, men. For justice, for Whiffle. He approached Sidney cautiously. Just roll the mouth. Open the mouth. Hey, where else? What's he gonna call me, Lefty? Kelsall pulled back his hand just as Sidney snapped. Gus sighed. Well, it's not gonna work. Skip, the only one who let him come close to him is Mr. Whiff. He's the peanut butter master. We could never spring him. All right, we can't get him over here, so there's only one other thing to do. At the makeshift court-martial, Commodore Buffington, a smug smirk plastered on his face, was addressing the tribunal. Ensign Pipkin Whiffle, looking distraught, stood beside Kelsall, who was acting as his defense attorney. And before I'm finished, I intend to prove to this court that my wallet was stuffed, Buffington declared pompously. My wallet containing 9 brand new, crisp $100 bills. And I intend to prove to you that it was stolen by this deceit ball, this thieving Ensign. He jabbed a finger at Whiff. Kelsall immediately interjected. I object, sir. Buffington scoffed. You can't object, Kelsall. You're only an incident. You're a crooked one. The presiding officer, a stone-faced admiral, pounded his gavel. Kelsall, seizing the moment, replied, Well, I demand a mistrial, sir, on grounds of temporary insanity. The admiral raised an eyebrow. Temporary insanity. Elaborate. Yes, sir, Kelsall declared. The alligator who stole Commodore Buffington's wallet was crazy about my mother's peanut butter, a clear sign of abnormal behavior in a cold-blooded reptile. Order in the court, the admiral thundered, struggling to contain his amusement. Buffington rose, enraged. Sir, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever do. I have to stand here and put up with this unmitigated drivel. Just a moment, Commodore, the admiral interjected. Buffington, you'll have ample chance to present your side of the story, after all the charges have been presented. Request denied. Sit down. Commodore. Captain, proceed. Buffington, fuming, sat down, Thank you. Now, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. I intend to prove. I object, Kelso cried again, cutting him off. What's your objection this time, Kel? The admiral sighed. Yes. Come on, Kelso yelped, suddenly jumping up and down. Chaos erupted as Sidney the alligator, dragged in by Gus Grumbles and Willie the Whale Wiggins, made an unceremonious entrance into the courtroom, stomping on Kelso's foot. Order, order in the court, the admiral shouted, pounding his gavel repeatedly. Come on, sir. Come on, boy. That's it. Follow the nice piece of peanut butter sandwich. Sidney, come on, boy, Gus urged, trying to control the large reptile. Boffington shrieked. Don't let him get in there. Now, he'll swallow the wallet. Stop him. I'm trying, sir, Gus cried, wrestling with Sidney. Kelso, still hopping on one foot, turned to the alligator. Pipkin Whiffle, his face pale, protested. Well, I had the ID card, but I didn't have the wallet, sir. I'm trying to tell you, the alligator brought me the wallet. He delivered it like a loyal, scaly courier. Boffington, beside himself, slammed his fist on the table. Would you please, Your Honor, tell this stupid ensign to stop with this stupid story about this stupid alligator. It's an insult to my intelligence. Kelso, however, was quick to defend his witness. Oh, now we've got an alligator with an unhappy childhood, Kelso, Boffington roared. I demand, Your Honor, that you tell him to shut up with his ridiculous dribble and answer my question. Kelso stood firm. Not until you apologize to Sidney. You cannot insult a key witness, sir. Boffington, almost apoplectic, spat. I am not going to let any stupid ensign tell me to apologize to some stupid alligator. Never. Not as long as I draw breath. Just then, a voice from the back of the court boomed. Stings and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt you. It was Mike Bell, Kelso's crewman, entering with the champagne. Yes, stuff will. He pointed at Boffington. You better pour it on. Skip, that court-martial's started already. Ha! Give us everything you got. Got it down to the floor. Boy, it's nasty. Yeah, see you later, alligator. Hold on. Higgins. Stall it. Boy, we're almost there. Boffington was now addressing Kelso directly, completely ignoring the alligator. Now then, you stated that your name was Captain Wallace Boffington. But can you prove it, Kelso? He was trying to catch Kelso off guard. Can I prove it? Kelso scoffed, exasperated. You pea-brain, do you know I have to put up with this nonsense? Any nitwit would know who I am. He pointed to his hat, which, in the scramble, had been replaced with one belonging to Lieutenant Elroy Phibbs. Why, does it say my hat right there? What does it say? The admiral peered closely. Lieutenant Elroy Phibbs, he read. He snatched the hat from his head, throwing it back to Phibbs. He then pointed to Boffington's hat, which was still, inexplicably, resting on Sidney's head. The admiral read from Sidney's head, Captain All right, now you're satisfied. Well, I think we need more than circumstantial evidence, Kelso retorted, seeing Boffington fuming. Do you have a driver's license, Boffington? A social security card? Anything that undeniably identifies you, sir? This is an anachronism. This whole thing is an perfectly obvious to me, Kelso. You're just stalling, because the man is guilty. A proven criminal, I tell you. I'm not. Kelso cried, dodging Boffington, who was now trying to wrestle with Sidney. I don't want you to stop it. Stop it. This isn't court-martial. The admiral, exasperated, slammed his gavel. That's the way, Mr. Whip. It's obvious that you have nothing further to contribute to this case, except the fanciful story that your defense is based upon an alligator that's a wallet retriever. I have no choice but to. Suddenly, the doors of the courtroom burst open, and Gus Grumbles and Chuckle Higgins, carrying the still-cum Sidney, rushed in. What's going on back there? I'm sorry to interrupt the proceeding, sir, Gus announced loudly, completely out of breath, but we're here with some new evidence. On behalf of our defendant, Ensign, Pipkin Whip, may we have your permission to come forward and present it, sir? Boffington, horrified, screamed. No, Kelso, you'll get out of here. This is an outrage. The admiral, however, was intrigued. Captain Boffington, I'm in charge here. Well, I'm sorry, sir. It's just that I'm trying to protect you. Because Kelso, you see, you don't know him as well as I do. He's probably, I'll decide whether or not this is a trick. After all, we're all here for the same purpose, aren't we? To see that justice is served. Oh, yes, sir. That's why I want to warn you. Kelsel, bring in your evidence. Kelsel beamed. Thank you, sir. Okay, boys, bring in the key witness for the defense. Sidney, step forward. Gus and Chuckle, with great effort, hoisted Sidney, who seemed remarkably placid, onto a small table in front of the admiral. Boffington, utterly apoplectic, shrieked, Kelsel, this is an outrage. You'll get that monster out of here, this instant. He's a danger to naval order. Oh, now, sir, is that any way to talk about our key witness? Sir, Kelsel asked, feigning offense. Order in the court, the admiral roared, pounding his gavel as Sidney emitted a low rumble. Boy, am I glad to see you, Sidney, Kelsel said, patting the alligator's head. Glad to hear the things he's been saying about you, Captain. Horrible things, sir. Boffington spluttered. I said a thing about you, Sidney. Kelsel, get him out of here. Shoot him. The brute is threatening the very foundations of jurisprudence. Kelsel smiled sweetly. Sir, Kelsel. No. The alligator order in the court. Kelsel, get that alligator out of here, I said, the admiral commanded, struggling to regain control. Sir, you said we could present our evidence. And besides, Sidney won't hurt anybody, sir. They have a unique bond, sir, Kelsel insisted. Boffington glared. I demand you get that beast out of here. He's a wild animal, not a legal aid. Not until we present our evidence, Sir Kelsel retorted. Chuckle Higgins, with a deft move, produced the wallet from Sidney's mouth. Chuck, that wallet is in Sidney's mouth. It is. Oh boy, am I proud of you, Sidney. I knew he could trust you. He decided to go straight. Sir, a reformed reptile. Boffington looked around, bewildered. Say, what is this? A naval base, or a zoo? Somebody shoot him, I say. Order in the courts, the admiral bellowed. Kelsel, you'll all have to produce the evidence, or clear the court. Now. Oh, yes, sir, Kelsel replied. Chuckle, open up. Come on, boy. Here it is. He presented the wallet to the admiral. Here you are, sir. Yes, he's his wallet. Exhibit A for the defense. Undeniable proof. Sir. Boffington's jaw dropped. This is not my wallet. He's lying. I tell you, it's a trick. Wait, Captain. He's got your initials on it, sir. Right there. W. Kelsel pointed out the embroidered initials. I don't care about that. This whole thing is a Boffington shrieked. They planted a phony wallet on a poor, unsuspecting alligator. Just to confuse this court. This is a conspiracy of monumental proportions. Kelsal, however, produced a neatly written sheet from his pocket. Well, now, wait a minute. Sir, wait a minute. Well, look here, sir. This is your wallet. He then presented the list to the admiral. And here's my brand new 9 crisp $100 bills. Sir, your money. Lieutenant Phibbs. Are you sure, Lieutenant? Elroy Phibbs, looking profoundly relieved, stepped forward. Oh, I'm absolutely certain, sir. You see, when Captain Boffington set this trap for Commander Kelsel, he marked my back pay, sir. It's all here, Admiral, my hard-earned money. The Admiral looked at the list of serial numbers, then at the marked bills in the wallet, then at a now furious Boffington. He sighed, a weary but decisive sound. Your Honor, I drop all charges against Ensign Pip. Boffington collapsed into his chair. Aha! So that's the way the cookie crumbles, Admiral. It was a trap. I told you. They framed me. Admiral Treadwell slammed his gavel. All right. Who is trying to frame who? Captain, this court finds Commodore Wallace, Boffington III, guilty of attempted framing, gross misuse of naval personnel, and, well, general unsuitability for command. Kelsel stepped forward, a mischievous twinkle in his eye. Honor, sir. As lawyer for my own defense, I, the old defendant, charge a new defendant. Defenseless alligator. For shame, sir. For shame. Boffington roared. Come on, get on down. You might be Gus. You're not going to blame us, sir. After all, how would you like it to call it stupid? Kelsel grinned at Sidney. It's not stupid, sir. It's brilliant. Look at him. Give it to me now. Give a chance. Give a chance to party. Some terrible Uncle Dudley. You know this isn't bad booze, gentlemen. For domesticity, it's all right. He raised a glass of champagne, one of the bottles Gus had saved. Gentlemen, Kelsal declared, raising his voice above the murmurs in the courtroom. I give you now the man of the hour, the genius of the courtroom, that Clarence Darrow from Chagrin, Falls Our Own, Ensign Pipkin Legalizal Whiff. The crew cheered, Gus handing him a glass. Oh, you've got the Mr. See those bottles? That's your champagne, sir. I've seen enough. Let's go. Wait a minute. Think I'm gonna hear us clean over the main side, dog. Golly. Wouldn't want all right. Chuckle. Let's get all this stuff on board. And I'm gonna report to Buffington. Report. Skip. Oh, we almost bagged that nit PT boat. Look, was it our fault that Squirrel exploded just when we had him in range? Oh dear. A few days later, back in the torpedo tube 73 layer, the mood was decidedly glum. Kelsel's crew, despite Pipkin Whiffle being cleared, seemed to have been struck by a bout of collective despondency. Well, look, boys, that's the breaks of the game, Kelsel said, trying to lift their spirit. Breaks. My bad luck all day, it seemed. Gus grumbled, losing that case. You, Skip, were supposed to have us on a victory spree. Pipkin Whiffle, though no longer facing a court-martial, was also dejected. What are you guys griping about? I was sitting on it when I went overboard. We were lucky to get back at all. Do you guys know what day it is? Skip, it's Friday the 13th. Oh, brother, no wonder everything went wrong. I knew we should have stayed in bed. Kelsel slammed his fist on the table. No way! You guys! Knock it off. Now, the first thing you know, you're going to be looking for ghosts in the rigging. Believe me. Friday the 13th is no different than any other day. Absolutely. And nobody with any sense believes that superstitious jumble of nonsense. So help me, Pipkin. Commodore Buffington, red-faced and furious, stood glaring at them. If it's the last thing I ever do, I'll see that you'll get 10 years in the brig for every bone that you broke, and every rule that you flaunted. Kelsel quickly stepped forward. How well we're not whether to sit down. Captain, you're all on edge, sir. Don't you try and soft-soap me, sir. Sir, Mr. Whiffle didn't mean any harm. Sir, you see, the fellas were all superstitious. And all he was trying to do is to prevent a black cat from jumping on the 73. So that's all. Yeah, that's right. You know, like black cat is 7 years bad luck. And you multiply that by Friday the 13th. And I've resent me some. Buffington glared. Don't you worry about your bad leg cut or any obscure naval career that stretches out before you like Long John Silver. I've never explained the excuses for an attack on a superior officer in my life. How stupid do they think I am? Kelsel pressed on. Well, Surrogats, I was really going to say that you know that sailors have always been superstitious. Sir, you know how they believe in things like ill omens and jinxed ships, and then that's your big mouth. And you'll keep it shut defending those pirates to me, sir. Oh, I mean, they're just following ancient nautical traditions. Buffington, intrigued, raised a hand. Oh, wait a minute. How did you say? Repeat what you just said? Come on. You are superstitious. All right. And you were on what you thought was a jinxed ship in combat waters. What would you do, sir? Kelsel's eyes widened. A new plan formed in his mind. I'd be begging my CO for a transfer to anywhere else. Sir, to the furthest, most remote, most utterly unappealing assignment imaginable. Buffington's face lit up with a truly terrifying glee. What a brilliant idea, Kelsel. That's absolutely brilliant. We make them think that the torpedo tube 73 boat is a floating coffin, a harbinger of doom. He spun around, leaving Kelsel and his crew stunned. What are you doing to our boat, torpedo tube 13? That doesn't tell us. Dismissed. He stomped out of the lair. Kelsel's crew, however, immediately converged on him. All right, Skip, what's the idea of putting that number on our boat? Yeah, we're the 73, not the Come on, start talking, Skip, or you'll have a little disaster right here. Kelsel, realizing Buffington had stumbled onto something he hadn't intended, frowned. All right, all the gory details are right here in this report. Boys. He pulled out a crumpled, ancient-looking document. Nothing, sir, nothing. I told you. Just change the number on their boat, and keep your big fat mouth shut. He had been trying to hide the truth. Just then, Buffington returned, snatched the report from Kelsel's hand. Wait a minute, Kelsel. Captain, if there's something in that letter we should know about. I will decide what you should know about around here. But that's a quiet. You take that letter back to my office and you file it. Then you meet me. This is my shack for inventory. Move. Hooba. Hooba. The same goes for you and your pirates. You take the Torpedo Tube 13 boat, and you move. 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 Now. Buffington stormed off again, leaving Kelsall and his crew to stare at the old, faded report. Now, Captain, what's going on? Gus Grumbles asked nervously. There's something about all this. It just doesn't smell kosher to me. A jinxed boat. Our sentiments exactly. Skip. Chuckle Higgins agreed. And there's only one way to find out. He grabbed the report. There you go. Skip stick it. It was easy as far. When I excuse man. Kelsall snatched the report back. Big it says here. She really was commissioned torpedo tube. Oh no. On her first day out, the whole crew was drowned. The main drowned. That says right here. They were blown up when the gas tanks exploded. That was the second crew. I'll see it says she lost her crews. Look at all the accidents she had. They never could find out why. No wonder she's been a floating Jonah, a jinx. Guys, we're living on board time. A cursed vessel. Oh, come on, you calamity hounds. Knock it off, Kelsall roared, slamming the report down. Torpedo Tube 73 or 13. She's still the same boat. She's been mighty good to us. I'll put this letter back in the files and forget it. You read me? Forget it. Forget it. Skip. No buts about it. And the next guy who opens up his yap about jinxes or Jonah's answers to me, understand, move it. A few days later, Commodore Buffington was back in his office, gleefully plotting Kelsall's permanent removal. Lieutenant Elroy Phibbs, now thoroughly traumatized by recent events, watched him nervously. Too bad, sir. It'll never work as long as Commander Kelsall is around. Phibbs ventured cautiously. He's a slippery eel, sir. He is not going to be around you niminy, Buffington snapped, rubbing his hands together. We're ready for Phase 2. Phibbs, I'm sending him up to Grand Command Post as a special courier tonight, so good riddance. And while the cat's away, we'll lower the boom on the rats. Phibbs, a swift and decisive blow. Just then, Ensign Pipkin Whiffle, ever enthusiastic, bounced in. Oh, it's you, Mr. Whiffle. Hey, you guys, did you see that funny noise down to the boat? Kelsall, having heard the conversation from outside the office, quickly interjected. No, I didn't hear anything. Pip, come on, Mr. Whiffle. We got enough problems as it is without you starting to imagine things. Why don't you go back to sleep? Suddenly, a low, throbbing sound echoed from the pier. What was that like to send me through? Pippin asked, bewildered. You mean the third in? Skip. Oh, boy, what a time for the skipper to be away. There's no one on board, huh? Who started the engines? A ghost, perhaps. Kelsall exchanged worried glances with his crew. Well, I'm gonna find out. Pip, maybe we all better find out. The light's here. They come, sir. I can hardly wait to see the expression on their faces when I pull the string. Buffington, hearing the commotion and assuming his trap was working, grinned. Get down and knit. Nobody pulls your string, Pip. The ghost has arrived. The boat moved on all by itself, like it was haunted or something. Only jinxed. She's a regular ghost ship. Ha, a cursed vessel. Kelsall, however, rallied his crew. I'm down, guys. We all know there's no such thing as Googled ghosts. Follow me. Boys, what could have started the engines in that gun? Gus Grumbles was already heading in the opposite direction. I don't know. I ain't hanging around to find out. Being fighting the nips is one thing. But this, we're not getting paid for this. It's beyond our pay. Calm down, Gus. Kelsall ordered. We're supposed to be sailors. The United States Navy. Supposed to be brave and fearless. And above all, men. Sounded like it came from below. Pull yourself together. Willie, where did you think must have started those engines? A fire that got ya. Willie the whirlwiggin sculpt. Whoa, I told you guys. There's nothing to worry about. All it was, it's a little black. Good morning, sir. Sir, they've arrived. And by jig, they're afraid to even get on Torpedo Tube 30. This is my finest hour, sir. He was referring to the shore patrolmen, who'd been ordered to patrol the pier, but who were now terrified by the allegedly haunted boat. Buffington beamed, striding out of his office. We gotta work fast before Kelsall gets back from Grand Command Post. I've called you men over here to discuss your new patrol assignment. Starting tonight, you will sail the area between Kanaka tonight, sir. On our boat. No. And the Mayflower, you know, of course. On your boat. What's the matter with your boat? Anything wrong with it? Anything wrong with it? He addressed a cowering patrolman, who pointed fearfully at the mysteriously running torpedo tube 30. Oh, well then. Starting tonight, sir. Captain Boffington, sir. An urgent message from Commander Kelsul to his crew, sir. Elroy Phibbs burst onto the scene, waving a crumpled piece of paper. Blow-eyed. What? No. For speaking out against cheaters never prospering. I can't stand a scientist-confirmed history of torpedo tube 13. Stay off boat at all costs. Advise you put in for immediate transfer to Grand Command Post for reassignment. We'll meet you there. Boys. Ha ha. How about that? Skip. Just in the nick of time. Elroy read triumphantly, completely misinterpreting the situation. Kelsul, hidden nearby, grinned. Yeah, that's everyone that has the whammy on. Yeah, but he skipped. He came through. I know he wouldn't let us down. I bet he saw a lineup of new boats for us. The crew, suddenly emboldened by the message, confronted Boffington. In charge. I requested you draw transfers for our signatures. That's right. Transfers. Commodore. He wants one too. So, they pointed to the shore patrolman. Boffington looked bewildered. Yes, Kelsul just dropped me off. But what were you guys doing over with Boffington for so long? What nonsense are you spouting? Don't worry about it. Thanks, Skip. Gus grumbled, called out, completely misunderstanding. We got your message. We took care of everything. Yep. The little old transfers are all signed and ready to go. A glorious mass exodus. Boffington's jaw dropped. What's all signed? The transfers. So we can ship up to Grand Command Post. Hey, Skip. What's our new boat look like? You fools. What are you guys talking about? We're not getting any new boats. I never sent any message. You idiots. Kelsul stepped out of the shadows, a smug look on his face. You didn't, sir. Oh, what a surprise. Yeah, we saw it in black and white, sir. The official communication. Boffington sputtered, furious. Oh, yeah. Like you saw that funny report from Washington. I checked it out. Kelsul, there never was a torpedo tube 30. Boffington made up that whole jinxed boat routine. You imbeciles. You gullible fools. And we fell for it, didn't we? Kelsul smiled sweetly. And the boat's not jinxed. You lied to your loyal, impressionable crew, sir. Oh dear. Boffington roared. Well, you've made suckers out of us. Listen, once those transfer papers reach Grand Command Post, we're dead. Dead. And you, I want a battle-heady catty night. But if you had a can of spoiled sea rations, what do you propose we do, Kelsul, since you're such a mastermind of manipulation? Kelsul, however, remained calm. We're not going to give up yet, boys. What we've got to do is to get those transfers back from Boffington. We've got to now. Wait a minute. Wait. Just a level of a minute here. He thought for a moment, a new plan forming. Well, now look. Old Lead Bottom got us into this mess by saying that the 73 was jinxed, right? Yeah. Well then, if he wants to play dirty pool, so can we. Pipkin Whiffle, bewildered, shook his head. Oh, Skip, my mother won't let me play pool. She says, it's a game for who could make a dirty pig. A most unbecoming activity for an officer. Kelsul ignored him, a wicked grin spreading across his face. He quickly penned several requests. 7 requests for transfer. The end of Kelsul's reign. Mum, sir, I bow to your genius. Commodore, let me lock them up to say, fingers off of these little treasures. They are not leaving my sight until that mail plane takes off tomorrow. Do you read me? They're not leaving my sight, sir. Boffington barked, tucking the transfer requests into his pocket with a triumphant sneer. Just then, a distraught Lieutenant Elroy Phibbs burst into the office. Sir, you'd better come quickly. The torpedo tube 13 boat is in trouble. Oh, they're under enemy attack. Sir, we just picked up a mayday from Commander Kelsul on the emergency combat frequency. He's in dire straits, sir. You don't think they suspected you were the one who started that whole jinxed boat rumor, do you? Back on the jinxed torpedo tube 30, the crew of torpedo tube 73 was engaged in a masterful piece of theatrical combat. Commander Kelsul, clutching his chest, feigned agony. Can't you get those engines started? We're going down, boys. Suddenly, Boffington's agitated voice crackled over the radio, filled with genuine panic. Kelsall, come back. I didn't mean it. I retract everything. Commander, everything. Quit, chuckle, Kelsall whispered, winking at Higgins. Utterly devastating piece of psychological warfare. Later that night, back in Commodore Boffington's office, Elroy Phibbs hovered over his superior, who was now genuinely looking unwell. There, sir. Now, do try to get some rest. Those pills should relax you. Phibbs cooed, adjusting a blanket. Oh, what's happening to my life? Eerie. Green lights flickered outside the window. We are, Captain. Boffington, his eyes wide with genuine terror, clutched at his throat. It's not possible. It's been my imagination. This next thing is ghosts. I need some lights. My flashlight. Look at my flashlight. Phibbs. It's gone. The phantoms have taken my light. His voice, amplified by a megaphone, was chillingly ethereal. I thought you were dead, you scoundrel. Your jinxed ship finally caught up to you. We're all dead. Oh, my God. Kelsall, this is real. Well, don't come near me. You're dead, too. I heard you died. Kelsall asked, his ghostly voice laced with mock offense. Boffington began to wail. All right, keep with me. Don't you hurt me. Come on, come on, come on. Can I get my gun? Phibbs, I need to shoot these ghastly apparitions. Hello there. But the afterlife is worse for those who mistreat their crew. No, I don't, Boffington cried, pointing a trembling finger. It's against regulations. I'm a superior officer. You can't attack me in the afterlife. Kelsall, seizing the moment, advanced on Bob. You know, maybe he's got something there still. Wally, what happened? You've got something we want, Boffington. Hold on. I want anything. I want the transfers, Wally. Yeah, Wally, we need them for our records. Who vanished into thin air, their laughter echoing eerily through the office. Moments later, Commander Kelsall and his crew, now divested of their ghostly costumes, were on their way to the mail plane, the retrieved transfers clutched in Kelsall's hand. Okay, Kelsall, up to Daisy. Go on. Skip, Kelsall. Watch what you're doing. Pipkin Whiffle, confused, exclaimed as Kelsall climbed aboard the waiting plane. Kelsall yelled back, laughing. Oh, I'm just waiting to get cleared by the control tower. Captain, pretty busy up there, you know? Stand back, Kelsall called down, enjoying Boffington's rage. Angel 13, a tower ready for takeoff. Take off. Angels, how have you? Gods, my pleasure. Boffington raged, shaking his fist. He's one of the most dastardly plots that you've ever tell him about it. And how easy does it, Captain? Easy does a bunch of cutthroats trying to scare me into the transfers. Take him up. I've got the signatures ready. Kelsall shouted from the departing plane. Boffington screamed, Wait. Don't wait to watch your language, sir. There's an angel present. Oh, he glared at Kelsall, who merely waved from the plane. That's okay, Willie Kelsall called down. This isn't a football rally. Kelsall called down, his voice clear even from a distance. Yes, sir. But remember our deal, sir. Boffington, defeated, clenched his fists. You blackmailing villains. All right, Kelsall, you win this round, but so help me. One of these days, I'm getting this top out of my sight before I have you all arrested for loitering. As they debarked, Gus Grumbles nudged Kelsall. You go right ahead. We'll understand. We'll be right back, Kelsall. Kelsall merely grinned, his crew following him, already planning their next scheme. I should have never let you talk me into this, Gus. Yet Cleary borrowed Commander's uniform. You already agreed. Pipkin sighed, straightening the ill-fitting gold braid on his sleeves. I should have such problems, Gus. Where were we? Gus commanded, eager to get the shot. You know his temper. Gus chuckled, unconcerned. That's 6-0 miles away. The skipper's over on Galleon Gap. That's 3 miles away. Pipkin sighed, defeated. Boy, babe. See, wait up for your commander, he mumbled to an imaginary Penelope. All right, now watch the birdie and smile. Gus snapped the photo. Hey, Gus, where'd you go? Pipkin exclaimed, seeing a blurry image. There, you moved. Boy, Now look what you did. You're all out of focus. You look short, fat, and funny. Gus, you look like a drunken leprechaun. He tried to pull Pipkin out of the commander's uniform. Commodore Boffington, a vision of enraged authority, stormed in. Excuse me! Excuse me! Kelsel, you're sad. He tried to siskabob his commanding officer. Remember, now he's the dust captain. Remember, control your temper, sir. Boffington was still ranting about past grievances. Pipkin Whiffle, caught in the uniform, managed a nervous, forced smile. Yeah, smile. Say cheese, Commodore. Boffington's eyes bulged. Oh, cheese. You will. Oh, man. This is murder. They've been in there with old Lead Botter for over an hour now. The rest of the crew, having heard the commotion, quickly assembled. I thought he looked better with singed eyebrows. Gus grumbles, however, knew the true peril. You had to write your girl a commander. Well, as you don't understand, Gus, I'm in love. You have to exaggerate your station to capture the heart of a maiden. A large transport plane, bearing the insignia of the USO, landed on the runway. Look at those dolls. Willie, the whale Wiggins's eyes lit up. Well, we men, stand aside at showtime. Boys, hold it. Hold it. I don't believe it. It's impossible. Gus grumbled, gasped, his face pulling. I can't stand it, Pipkin. That's one of the middle. That's my girlfriend, Penelope. Penelope. Penelope Pumpernickel, here, on Coral Key. Pipkin Whiffle, utterly bewildered, asked, Penelope, I thought she was hoofing it in the States. What's she doing here? She thinks I'm a commander. Kelsel quickly assessed the situation. What are you going to do, Gus? Why didn't you have me go out there and grab her? This is a big break, right? Wait a minute. I can't do it. She thinks I'm a lieutenant commander. Martha, are you in trouble? Willie looked at Gus. What are you going to do, Gus? I wonder if that guy lays one finger on her. I'll slug him. The audacity of a man daring to lay hands on Penelope. You see, Gus, Pipkin Whiffle said, pointing. She sees you. You're dead, Gus. What happens when she asks for Commander? Gus grumbles, a man of distinction and authority. Kelsiel quickly intervened. Look, guys, what we better do is go out there and cover him, Pipkin. Good idea. Come on, you guys. We have to intercept her. Don't run out of our seats, babe. This is a fascinating turn of events. Penelope Pumpernickel, a vibrant, energetic young woman, surveyed the makeshift stage on Coral Key Atoll. Chuckle Higgins, stepping forward nervously, replied, Why just wait there, lady? Well, we can talk, miss. What does everything mean? Did anything happen to Commander Gr— Please don't mention that name, miss. He gestured vaguely towards the sea. He's fine, except he's out on a secret mission, a highly classified operation, vital to the war effort. Penelope frowned. Where is he? When will he be back? Higgins. You never know with Commander Grumbles. You know who? Higgins stammered. He's always in action. Out there. Somewhere. He's a veritable whirlwind of naval derring-do. Just then, Rita, another showgirl, called out, Penelope, come on. We've got to report in. The show must go on. Okay, I'm coming, Rita, Penelope called back. She turned to Higgins. Is there any chance that he'll be back before we have to leave? Chuckle Higgins, thinking quickly, replied, Yeah, maybe. That is, if he gets his quota of nips before lunch. If the tiger returns, we'll let you know. Miss, he's quite the efficient fighter. And I know, loose lips sink ships, and I sure don't want to sink Lester's. Thanks, fellas. Bye. She waved and walked away. You nut. Why did you write her and tell her you were an officer? Why don't you go after her and tell her you lied? Kelsel clapped Higgins on the back. Oh, you kidding. I'll never be able to show my face in Brooklyn again. Not if she knows the truth. Commander Lester grumbles. It has a certain ring to it, doesn't it? Boffington, meanwhile, still seething from Kelsel's escape with the transfers, burst into Kelsel's office. Kelsel, I want a word with you. That is, if your schedule isn't too full up with petty scams and Kelsel, still processing Gus's romantic deception, replied, Commander, whatever you say, skip, but please, just call me Swabby. For today, I'm feeling particularly demoted. Boffington's eye twitched. Yeah, you should have heard what Boffington had called me. I'm going to have my mother, right? Admiral Nimitz. She writes a very persuasive letter, I assure you. Kelso looked at Buffington with genuine sympathy. All right, come on, let's go. Okay, I'll put Whiffle up to that. I know, he's trying to kill me. That's what he's trying to do, by driving me mad. Buffington, having finally tracked Kelso down, launched into a fresh tirade. I don't know how long it takes to grow new eyebrows, Kelso, but yours are singed to a crisp. I've got to get rid of that Kelso before he said, just don't you ever knock. I was just brushing my teeth. Lieutenant Elroy Phibbs, looking profoundly nervous, popped his head into the office. Sir, I'm terribly sorry, but this is an urgent request from Commodore Norcross of the British Naval Base over at Royal Archipelago Stronghold. Sir, most urgent, I assure you. Buffington, his curiosity momentarily outweighing his rage, snatched the, well, hold my toothbrush. Phibbs. How'd you like that? They wanted me to assign one of my officers to them for liaison work, as if I didn't have enough problems of my own. What else do we got? Phibbs consulted another message. Sir, this is a signal regarding that service show unit that just arrived. They're to be moved on to Helandia after they perform here, and we're supposed to see that. Buffington's eyes suddenly gleamed. A sinister, yet utterly brilliant, idea struck him. Wait a minute. That's it, of course. That's the way to get rid of Kelso permanently. Phibbs, confused, asked, ship him out with a service show, sir. He's not musically inclined at all. Sing or dance. Young Buffington roared, delighted. The British want a liaison officer. I'll assign them one, permanently. A charming, charismatic, utterly indispensable American officer. What say you? Kelso, overhearing, felt a shiver down his spine. Phibbs, however, completely missed the underlying malice. Well, that's just brilliant, sir. Knock it off. Knock it off. Stop gawking at me. Get me the British base at Royal Archipelago Stronghold on the scramble phone. Phibbs, go. Phibbs, beaming, hurried off. Buffington, with a touch of theatrical flair, ran a hand over his eyebrows. Sir, if I may say so, I think you did an excellent job with your eyebrows, Commodore. They convey a certain grizzled authority, sir. Okay. Well, thank you, Phibbs, Buffington replied, pleased. I was afraid maybe I'd put too much brill cream on you. No, get out. Meanwhile, back in the torpedo tube 73 lair, Gus Grumbles was pacing, frantic with worry. All right, then. Get on the boat. Ooh, but Skip. He turned to Kelso, exasperated, pointed. Get on the boat, Gus. All right, Gus. You heard the skipper. That's an order. The romance lamp is out. You need to be at your station. Gus, desperate, protested. Well, I gotta see Penelope. If I don't see her, I'll lose her. I'll be living at the Y until I'm 60, pining for her lost affections. Kelso rolled his eyes. If you don't get on that boat, Gus, you won't live to be 60. This is a direct order, and Buffington is not in a joking mood. Penelope, even if I have to swim the entire Pacific. Gus then jumped overboard and swam furiously towards the shore. Hours later, at the Royal Archipelago Stronghold, Commodore Norcross, a distinguished British officer, raised a teacup to Commodore Buffington. I don't want to sound like I'm boasting, Commodore Norcross, and I really hate to lose him, Buffington purred, completely oblivious to Gus Grumble's plight. Commodore Norcross's eyebrows, as perfectly clipped as alone at Buckingham Palace, rose slightly. Well, it certainly sounds like a very outstanding sort of a trap. Commodore Buffington, suppose you drop over here this afternoon for lunch, and we'll discuss the final details. We wouldn't want to make a rash decision about such a vital liaison officer. Buffington beamed, practically rubbing his hands together in glee. Well, that would be splendid. Thank you very much, Commodore Norcross. All right, fine. I'll see you then. Ta-ta. He hung up the phone with a flourish. Elroy Phibbs, who had been listening in, was beside himself with excitement. Yep, Buffington confirmed, preening. Skip. You gotta do something about Gus Grumble, sir. Just look at him. We've never seen him so long. He's positively Kelso, who had heard the British conversation from Buffington's radio, replied grimly, No, wait just a minute, you guys. Look, Gus brought this on himself. And as far as I'm concerned, he can. Well, Kelso paused, hearing the ship-to-shore phone ring. Gus, still soaking wet, burst into the lair. Ha! It's Penelope! Let me talk to her! Please, if I can't see her, please, I beg of you, Commander. It's vital to my mental health. Kelsel, sighing, relented. I'll tell her. I'm between missions. I'm just on my way out the door. Please, Gus. I told you that, Kelsel muttered, then quickly amended. All right, Gus, but make it short. Buffington will be watching, I'm sure. Thank you, sir. Just kidding. If you make me so happy, I think I could try and sing for you. Gus grabbed the receiver, his voice brimming with false bravado. Sank to nip subs, blasted a nip destroyer, and downed 3 zeros. Oh, just another day at the office. My love, he laughed, a little too loudly. Well, Sniffy Wookums loves little pussycat, oh brother. He whispered his pet names for her. Kelsel rolled his eyes, utterly disgusted. Well, I can't. Please, dear, don't cry. Penelope. Gus turned to Kelsel, his eyes wide and pleading. Skip, she wants to come out here to see me. Can I be a commander for 5 minutes? Skip, just 5 minutes, to maintain the illusion. My entire future happiness depends on it. Kelsel's patience, thin as it was, snapped. No, and oh, no. 5 minutes, please. Skip, that's all I ask. I may never see her again. Oh, me, I was so happy at my little old frigate. Commander, Gus wailed. Kelsel sighed, seeing Gus's utter desperation. All right, Gus, but just 5 minutes. 5, you understand? Not a second more. Gus's face lit up. Bless you, Master Skip. I'll never forget you for this. Hello, Pussycat. Commander Snookums back on the line here. You're in luck. Darling, the Commander Kid just arrived. I have a 5-minute Yes, I'll send my personal gig for you. Roger, sugar. Over and out. Snooky. Snookums. Over and out. He blew a kiss into the receiver. Kelsel, completely dumbfounded, looked around at his crew. Commander Snookums. I've heard everything. I must have lost my marbles. Hey, anybody seen the Skip's marbles? I'm quite certain I had them a minute ago. Kelsel, however, quickly regained his composure. Okay, now let's spread out. All right, knock off that gold brick. You men, come on, shape up. Let's go police the area. On the double, come on, hopper, before Commodore Norcross arrives. Meanwhile, on a secluded part of Coral Key Atoll, Gus Grumbles, in his hastily donned commander's uniform, was strutting proudly. Suddenly, Penelope Pumpernickel, dropped off by a jeep, spotted Gus. Well, Commander, I can hardly wait to see you either, ma'am. A visitor arriving on Grumbles Island. Detailed. Attention. Welcome aboard, Miss Pumpernickel. Kelsel and his crew, observing from a distance, exchanged worried glances. Gus, ever the actor, waved his men into formation. Oh, here comes our commander, now! Detailed, present, arms! Penelope. As you were, men. Gus barked, trying to sound authoritative. Straighten up that line. Chest out, stomach in, heads up, toes in, heels out. You slovenly scoundrels. Pussy. Penelope rushed forward, throwing her arms around him. Oh, I'm so happy to see you, Lester. I'm so proud of you, my dashing commander. Gus, preening, replied, just doing my job, sweet. Oh, I'd like to have you meet my executive officer. Penelope, fine chap. Taught him everything I know. My ensign, Quentin. He gestured grandly to Kelsel, who stepped forward, doing his best to look like a deferential subordinate. Thank you, Commander. Thank you, Kelsel replied, playing along. I hate to rush you, sir, but you leave on your next mission in exactly 40 seconds. The fate of the free world depends on it. I'd like you to meet the rest of my men. I took this bunch of draft board rejects and molded them into the top combat unit in the Pacific. Grumbles guerrillas, my dear. He presented his crew. Dunk. May I do it, sir? Radio man. Gus. Quartermaster. Christopher. Yes, sir. Machinist. Mike Belliet. Last but not least, my fearless torpedo man. Where is my torpedo man? He looked around, suddenly confused. Pipkin Whiffle, who had been hiding behind a bush, emerged, saluting sheepishly. I had to leave the room for a moment. Commander, urgent biological necessity. Sir. Fall in, Whiff, Gus roared. All right, straighten up that line. Chest out, stomach in. All right, men, that's enough. Fall out. Ensign, you dare order these men to fall out after I order them to fall in? Kelsall, realizing Gus was about to blow his cover, quickly stepped in. Oh, excuse me, Commander, but I was doing this for your own good. I don't want you to miss your mission, sir. After all, we do want to keep your brilliant record intact, sir. Gus Grumbles paused, momentarily forgetting his indignation. Gus then turned to Penelope, putting on his most heroic expression. Well, baby, it's going to have to be duty calls, my dear. Oh, Lester, Penelope wailed, clinging to him. Oh, sweetheart, you simply must return safely. All right, men, about face, Kelsall commanded, trying to provide a distraction. He kissed Penelope passionately, a cinematic embrace for the benefit of his men. Just then, Commodore Norcross, the British officer, and his aide, Lieutenant Crider, arrived on the scene, having been discreetly observing Gus's grandstanding performance from a distance. Commodore Norcross raised an eyebrow. I still don't understand. Commodore, why didn't we check in with Captain Buffington when we arrived on Korokia? Lieutenant Crider, a stiff-lipped aide, replied, Little strategic plan, sir. You know all the praise if Buffington's been piling on this Kelsall fella. Well, don't you smell a little bit of stale kipper there, sir? A rather fishy aroma, wouldn't you say? He did seem overly enthusiastic, sir, Norcross mused. Precisely. So I decided to visit Kelsall in his natural habitat. There's a fella for myself. In that way, I won't be buying a pig in a poke. What? A sound strategic move, if I do say so myself. Good thinking, sir, Crider agreed. Gus, having concluded his dramatic farewell, turned to Penelope. Farewell, my darling. Duty calls and I must obey. Take good care of yourself, my dear. Listen, don't take any unnecessary chances. Penelope, wiping a tear from her eye, replied, Don't worry about a thing, pussycat. It's just another death-defying mission. Oh, Lester, come back to me. Gus, still playing the part, waved heroically. Yes. Well, goodbye, Miss Pumpernickel. All right, Kirsty, take her out. We've got to be shoving off, sir. Goodbye, dear. Penelope waved back. Kelsall and his crew watched Penelope depart, breathing a sigh of relief. All right, but I find time. Skip, we got away with it. Yeah, we've got a ring, Kelsall said to Gus, still playing along. Suddenly, Chuckle Higgins cried out, Holy, jump in! Look what's coming. Skip, give me the jacket, quick. It's the Commodore, Commodore Norcross. Holy Toledo. Boy, that's where I wish I were now. In Toledo, far from this double-crossing mess. The boy in the dark, Gus hissed. We're coming aboard, Gus! Oh, no. We're trapped. It's too late. Hold it. Hold it. Turn and cut, Kelsall quickly barked orders. Commodore Norcross and his aide approached the group. Kelsall, are you there? Norcross asked, his gaze falling upon Kelsall, who stood in the midst of his crew, trying to look dignified. Yes, sir. Commander Kelsall here, sir. Kelsall snapped to attention. I wasn't talking to you, Ensign, Norcross retorted, his eyes falling on Gus Grumbles, in his ill-fitting commander's uniform. I didn't say anything, Gus mumbled, quickly trying to look like a simple seaman. Who gave you permission to speak? Sailor, Norcross demanded, back in the ranks. Grumble. Yes, sir, Gus replied, utterly deflated. Lieutenant Crider interjected. I believe the Commodore was addressing you, Commander. He mistook your ensign for you. Kelsall, now realizing the gravity of the situation, offered shore. Of course, sir. My mind was 1,000 miles away, plotting a torpedo run at the war. You know, Commander, Skipper of the 73. At your service, Commodore Norcross. This is my aide, Lieutenant Crider. How do you do? Charmed, I'm sure. He shook Crider's hand. We've got 10 seconds and 0 hours, sir. We've got to shove off. Pipkin Whiffle, in his actual uniform, announced nervously. Right you are, Ensign, Kelsall snapped, playing the part. If you'll excuse us, Commodore, we're in the midst of a mission, so it's very nice meeting you, chaps, and we've got to hop to it. Let's go, men, hop to it. Just a minute, Kelsall Norcross said, his voice firm. You can do me a favor. I'd like to see how your American PT boats operate. Mind if I come along and see the 73 in action? Kelsall blanched. This was an unmitigated disaster. Yes, impossible, sir. The conditions are too hazardous, sir. Will you stop interrupting, Ensign Whiffle? Norcross barked, turning to Pipkin. What was Crider about to say? Mr. Whiffle, I demand an explanation. Pipkin Whiffle stammered. Well, I wasn't about to say anything, sir. Norcross, exasperated, turned to Gus. Nobody's talking to you. Grumbles. Yes, sir, Mr. Whiffle. Commander Kelsall, what the devil is going on here? Kelsall, cornered, struggled for an answer. However, you see, sir, if you'll forgive us, sir, our men are a bit battle-weary, you see. Their morale is low, and they are prone to, well, extreme seasickness, sir. There's good thinking, Ensign. Good thinking there, Crider interjected, thinking Kelsall was making a sensible decision. Negative, Norcross declared. Now, you get your men on board. I don't know what's going on here, but this is no longer a request. Commander! It is an order, a direct command. Commander, let's see some action. Kelsall, seeing he had no choice, sighed in defeat. Well, as long as you put it that way. Commodore right men, battle stations. Let's move on, after you, Commodore, to the glory of battle. On the open sea, Torpedo Tube 73 was bouncing violently, buffeted by choppy waves. Commodore Norcross, clinging precariously to the railing, looked distinctly unwell. Lieutenant Crider, beside him, was equally green around the gills. Die. This is the heat, sir, Norcross gasped, struggling to keep his breakfast down. Are you sure you know what you're doing, Commander? I mean, we've been circling these same islands for the last hour. My compass is telling me we've been going in circles, Kelsall, at the helm, replied with a straight face. Well, that's his strategy, sir. You see, he fools the enemy by pretending that he's lost at sea. It always works, sir. The ultimate deception. Commander. If I may suggest, Commander, Crider managed, his voice strained. Why don't we return to base and try another day, sir? My internal compass. He's decidedly out of alignment. Now, look here, Ensign Crider. Kelsall barked, ignoring the true source of his navigational strategy. Good thinking, Mr. Whiffle. A secure home station is mine. We're heading you in. If you don't mind, Commander, why don't we return to base? Why don't I take the wheel? Kelsall, desperate for a change of pace, handed the wheel to Norcross. Right, but hold it steady. Like I taught you, the skipper nips up on sonar, 2,000 yards. Bang! 179. Battle stations. Boys, take your hands. Stand by your depth charges. Suddenly, the sonar blared, and a voice yelled, Virtual men are 50. Gus grumbles. Get out of your torch field. Ajay. Seer, Gus replied, scrambling. Commander, where are you going? Crider gasped, as Kelsall made a dramatic dive towards the deck, feigning an old injury. Since when does Ensign Crider give orders in combat? You nitwit. Norcross snapped. You're in command here, Kelsall, sir. Kelsall, clutching his leg, groaned. Yes, sir. That's right. All right. Get on us, torpedo sailor. You heard him. Like you said, men, don't you think you'd better go below, skipper? Remember that old battle in Jiraiya? That's right. Ensign, Commander. That old shrapnel wound. Sir, it directed 42. Turn my hair blonde. Yeah, that was fun. As a big combat, sir. If you'll excuse him, that's incredible. So, with those awful pains, get below, Commander. Norcross, thoroughly confused by Kelsall's dramatic performance, simply nodded. Well, Ensign Crider, it looks as though our lives are in your hands, though you are in command. Crider, terrified but determined, saluted. I'll do the best I can, sir. Give a blast on those 50s. Friend, are you ready on those torpedoes, boys? Willie the Whale Wiggins, who had snuck back on board, piped up. Yeah, ready on those torpedoes. Who's me? Where do you have a torpedo? Willie, Gus Grumbles asked, confused. Crider ignored him. Stand by. Fire one. Fire one. Boys! Well, which one? Well, fire one, I say. There was a massive explosion, as Torpedo Tube 73 somehow managed to launch a torpedo. Norcross, wiping spray from his face, exclaimed, Ball! Smashing! Yes, and simply smashing. Thank heavens that somebody on this boat knows what they're doing. Remarkable target practice, and... Oh, thank you, sir, Kelsall said, popping up from below deck. looking miraculously recovered. Good show. Grumbles, yeah, great work. Men, we did it again. You weren't even on deck. Ah, sorry you missed it, Commander. The excitement of battle, you know. Yes, sir, Kreider replied. Hi, men. We're heading home, Commander. Yeah, like the answer says. Commander, Kelsel grinned. Take him in. Ah, there, my boys. I fail to understand this. Commander Norcross, your record is so outstanding. What on earth happened to you out there? You seemed quite out of sorts. Norcross sighed, utterly defeated. Well, you know how it is. Kelsel, sir, some days you have it, some days you don't. And today, I decidedly did not have it. Yes, well, you certainly didn't have it today, Kelsel agreed, barely containing his mirth. Looks as though our suspicions about this fellow Boffington are right. Commander, he has questionable judgment, indeed. Captain Boffington, sir, Kreider asked, puzzled. Yes, he tried to talk us into taking this Kelso blighter on as our liaison, Kreider, Norcross explained, visibly irate. And he wanted to have him transferred to us permanently. He said he was a paragon of all naval virtues. Kelsel gasped, feigning outrage. Oh, he did? Boy, is that, yeah? Those are my feelings, exactly. Commodore, an utter travesty of justice. Just then, Chucker Higgins, ever vigilant, cried, I say, that looks like Captain Boffington coming now, sir. Captain Nice to have you both. Kelsal ordered, herding his crew into the PT boat, eager to escape. Commodore Norcross turned to his aide. You know, Kreider, sometimes I wonder why Churchill was so anxious to have them on our side. Their antics are quite baffling. Just then, Boffington, red-faced and triumphant, stormed onto the pier. Commodore, you pulled a little fast one on me, didn't you? I didn't show up for lunch, and you conducted your assessment behind my back. Norcross, sir, unimpressed, replied, I pulled a little fast one on you, sir. For your information, Captain, the Commodore and I have just been on a mission with your Superman, and what a mission it was. Boffington beamed. Oh, great! I'd need the greatest, sir! He is the greatest, all right. The greatest hero Koroki Atoll has ever known. A true naval marvel, sir. Norcross scoffed. The greatest coward has ever been my misfortune to meet. Commodore Boffington, a blithering, quivering jellyfish, if ever I saw one. Boffington's jaw dropped. Coward. Kelsel a coward. Well, he may drink a little, and he's often prone to spirited but he's no coward. He's merely unconventional. And since Pipkin Whiffle hadn't taken over command, and brilliantly I may add, that nip-sub would have certainly sunk us, Whiffle, Commodore, is the true hero. A brilliant tactician. Whiffle, brilliant. Norcross and Kreider exchanged bewildered glances. There's something weird going on here, Boffington. Your entire command seems to be suffering from a collective delusion. Boffington, enraged by the unexpected turn of events, screamed after the departing PT boat, Kelsel, you'll hold a 73-hour habitat with you, and a brilliant Pipkin will. Kelsel, stop those engines. Kelsel, you'll stop hiding, and you'll come down here right away. It's an order. What in the world? How specific is this trick-or-treat, Kelsel? Kelsel and his crew reluctantly brought Torpedo Tube 73 back to the pier, and Norcross and Kreider found themselves embroiled in an escalating argument between Boffington and All right, start talking, Boffington barked, his face puce. How else you see, sir? Kelsel smirked. Kelsel, you tell them what happened out there. Commander Nor. Admit your tour of cowardice, sir. Norcross raised an eyebrow. I know, sir. This is not This is Gus Grumbles. In his uniform. Are you Dr. Otaf Boffington? That is Grumbles. And I may add a first cause. Called Peterman. What exactly is going on, Boffington? Boffington sputtered. You shut up, Gus Grumbles. This nitwit is not Grumbles, sir. This is Gus Grumble. I will come into if I can explain. Sir, you see. Norcross cut him off. One moment, Mr. Whiff. I'm discussing this with your commanding officer, Boffington. This is not Mr. Whiffle. This is Ensign Pipkin Whiffle. Is there something wrong with your eyes? Captain Grumbles is no ensign. Mr. Whiffle is the ensign. Oh, this is utter chaos. Boffington, his head swimming, tried to explain. No. See, you've got it all wrong. You see, Gus grumbles here is Pipkin Whiffle. And then Pipkin Whiffle is Kelsel. It's a very complicated system of identity exchange, sir, all to confuse the enemy. Norcross stared at the three men, utterly bewildered. Captain Buffington, are you well? Are you experiencing a sudden resurgence of those delusions we heard about? Buffington threw his hands up in despair. I'm well. You know. Yes, I'm well. These pirates are just trying to pull a masquerade on you, Commodore, but the masquerade is over, Kelsel. Now, why did you switch uniforms? Why? Kelsel, seeing the whole thing unraveling, finally gave up. Well, it was to trick the nips, sir. A masterful deception, sir. Buffington immediately corrected him, inadvertently revealing his own earlier plot. Trick the nips? No, it was to trick the limeys, Kelsel. That's why you switched uniforms, wasn't it, you scoundrel? Kelsel glared at Buffington. Why, I hit the bridge. Boy, what you said. Oh, shut up, Gus grumbles. I'm with. How have you been, Pip? Kelsel yelled, hopelessly confused by the various assumed identities. Commodore Norcross, completely flabbergasted, simply threw up his hands. I do not know what's going on here, but I do know that I've had enough. Come on, Crider. These Americans are as nutty as a barge load of fruitcakes. We're leaving this asylum at once. He turned to depart. Kelsel, however, seeing Buffington gloating, desperately called after Hold on a minute, Commodore Norcross. Now, please. Kelsel is a very fine officer. If you'll just take him with you, you'll pay him. Yes, sir. We'll even pay his salary. Norcross looked at Kelsel, then back at Buffington. Well, if you'll please, sir, you've got to take me there, Commodore. He's really a very fine officer. He merely has a unique command style, sir. Norcross sighed, utterly fed up. Just forget it. Forget we ever brought up this subject. Buffington. Good day and goodbye to you, Captain, if you really are, Captain Buffington, seeing his chance to offload Kelso vanishing, cried, Oh, yes, sir, Kelso. Tell her, I'm Captain Buffington, a genuine, bona fide Commodore. Kelso merely shook his head. Buffington then turned to Norcross, practically begging, Sir, I'll throw in waterproofers, watch us. Chocolate bars. Sir, come on, sir. Say it's me. Say, I'm genuine, for heaven's sake. Norcross merely rolled his eyes, utterly repulsed. Who's Kelsel here? I'll get Kelsey myself. Then Norcross and Crider beat a hasty retreat, leaving Buffington in a fit of rage and Kelsel barely able to contain his laughter. Commander Kelsel looked at his exhausted crew, scattered around the Torpedo Tube 73 lair. They were stationed at Port Periwinkle, a bustling supply port in New Caledonia, awaiting Kelsel's return from a tedious conference. Commander, give me a hand. Here, Gus Grumbles called out, struggling with a particularly heavy crate of canned peat. Oh, sure, Gus. Come on, help me. All right, boys. Let's pull about whoever they are. What's all the griping about here, Gus? Kelso replied, equally tired from his diplomatic duties. Are you kidding? Skip. You know darn well, Gus grumbled. Here we are in New Caledonia, a veritable paradise of shore leave possibilities, and we can't budge off this boat. We're under strict confinement. Kelso sighed, recalling Buffington's stringent orders. Now you 8 balls know the exact and specific orders we got from Commodore Buffington while I am at the conference. All enlisted crew members will absolutely and positively be restricted to the confines of this boat. No shore leave. No shenanigans. Chuckle Higgins, however, pointed out, and when we get exact and specific orders from Commodore Buffington, what do? Skip. We ignore them. That's what we do. All hands. For ours liberty. Gus, go on. Enjoy yourselves. Here we have it. Gus beamed. Here, all relaxed, and shut. What old lead bottom doesn't know won't hurt him. He raced off the boat, followed by the rest of the crew, eager for some forbidden recreation. Kelsel called after them, resigned. Hey, you 8 balls. Don't forget, you've been back here by 13 o'clock and sober, and no trouble. You understand? Here we come, Alistair. Gus shouted, referring to his imaginary shore leave conquests. Yeah, and stay out of trouble, too. Hey, Chuckle, hang on, boy. Hang on. Easy to see. I'll get you out, Gus yelled, as Chuckle Higgins was already halfway up a coconut tree, having imbibed too freely. Don't worry about me, Skip, just stop by the library and tell them I'll be a little late for my return of the ancient nautical texts. Chuckle called back, laughing. Meanwhile, back at Coral, Commodore Boffington was once again addressing Lieutenant Elroy Phibbs, beaming with some, "Ooh, I tell you, Wally, someday, some lovely day, Commodore Boffington." Phibbs toasted, a sycophantic grin plastered on his face. "Here's to graduation, sir. Oh, sir, you've done it. You've finally made Rear Admiral, sir. I'm so happy for you, sir." Boffington, however, waved his hand dismissively. "He must be Admiral Rogers. He's always dropping them." "What do you want, Phibbs? What do you mean questioning in here like that on me? Don't you ever knock? You some kind of a peeping Tom or something? What do you want? What is it? Why?" Phibbs, startled by the outburst, quickly consulted a new message. "I'm sorry, sir, but this is the signal from Complete, sir. The weekly transport plane from New Caledonia has been grounded, sir, and they want us to send one of our boats over to pick up the base payroll. A substantial amount of money, sir." Boffington's eyes widened. "Oh, they do. Do they? What do they think I am running? They're some sort of a South Seas Wells Fargo. I can't spare a boat from combat duty patrol. It's an outrage." Phibbs, ever the unwitting harbinger of Boffington's convoluted schemes, chimed in. "Sir, I realize that, but I thought since the Torpedo Tube 73 boat is in New Caledonia anyway, that they could just go over and pick up." Boffington's eyes gleamed. He'd found a way to not only solve the payroll problem, but also to finally get rid of Kelsell and his troublesome crew. "Have you flipped, Phibbs? Do you think that I would entrust an entire base payroll with that bunch of thieves? Those pilfering scoundrels?" Phibbs looked genuinely horrified. "Sir, I know they're thieves, but hijacking a Navy payroll? Oh, sir, do you really think they'd dare? The very thought is utterly audacious." Boffington smirked. "Dare? Phibbs, dare? What a starving man eat if you locked him in a candy factory all night, with 62,000 chocolate-covered bonbons. Phibbs, they would devour it whole. I am not going to let that bunch of money-hungry vultures get near the base payroll. If you think I am, then you're rude. Oh, you're right. Phibbs, I answer. Oh yes, this is beautiful. Phibbs, beautiful, beautiful. What a way to get rid of Kelsell and his mob forever. A stroke of pure, unadulterated genius." Phibbs, seeing the malevolent glint in Boffington's eye, finally understood. "Sir, you mean actually let them steal the base payroll and suffer the consequences of their greed?" "Unhung," Boffington confirmed, practically dancing with glee. "It's only going to be a paltry 62. What's that to the Navy, Phibbs? A mere, and in exchange, they're rid of Oh, that's a bargain. A truly remarkable, cost-effective solution." Phibbs, impressed despite himself, exclaimed, "Sir, that's ingenious. Absolutely ingenious. And I must say, sir, anyone who is such a brilliant strategist as yourself deserves to wear the..." He pointed to Boffington's shoulder. "Let me help you, sir." "Shut up, Phibbs, and stop apple polishing me. Get out of here. Get the Torpedo Tube 73 boat on the phone." Boffington, preening, mumbled, "Rear Admiral, take Kelsell out of the way."